But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you use asset packs, right? Like, as an example, I'm pretty sure, For the King? Is that the name of it? For the King and For the King 2? Use a modified version of this asset pack? Yeah, they use a very modified version, I think. Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's fine. The problem is everybody uses them. So it's like, oh my, I feel like I'm just staring at the same game again. And for me, it's not even like the environment assets. I think the environment assets look great. The issue that I have with it is like, I don't like the way the models look. Fortunately, Steam has made it very clear that you have to disclose that you're using that stuff, so I can just blacklist all of it. Anyway, let's play some adventure mode, shall we? So, chat rooms. We have a plan for today. I've been on an adventure with Urist Landwalk for the past 2 days. From the end of yesterday, all of yesterday and the end of the day before. We're going to try and finish this adventure. The goal for the adventure was to go from our starting location all the way to the far southeast of the world, travel across a mountain range, and then explore a valley. This valley is filled with a joyous wilds biome and some untamed wilds, as well as, from what I can tell, a hydra, a dragon, and a necromancer tower. We're not going to do any of that, Martin. We're not going to do any of that. We're not going to die. I don't want to kill this adventurer. The adventure that we are playing is not really combat focused. We are very much a explorer. And the reason I'm very much an explorer is because I don't have directional indicators. I'm trying to play to the game's current strengths, because there are things that are, and you wouldn't guess what happened, retired Navy vet. How you doing, mate? I'm trying to play to adventure mode strengths right now based on the features that we have. So I'm not doing a ton of combat because we don't have directional indicators. What I'm trying to do is figure out as much about this destroyed spot as possible. Then, to finish, air quotes, the adventure, I want to try and gather loot and items from within this secluded, destroyed dwarven faction. Because it's completely cut off from the rest of the world, if I play a fortress, I won't be able to get books or anything out of this area. So maybe we'll try and fight some zombies, because there are zombies freaking everywhere where we are right now. And then we're going to try and get back across the mountain and head back home. When I get home, I'm going to retire the adventurer. Then we're going to start a fortress close by. I'm going to play that fortress for like a year until we have a mayor and a tavern. Then I'm going to reclaim the adventurer, and we're going to walk the adventurer to that fortress. And then we're going to play fortress mode for the rest of the day. That's my plan for today. And then tomorrow, I'm going to take a day off because I have a bunch of volunteering stuff I got to do in the morning and then a concert to go to in the evening, and it's 4:20, so sorry, I celebrate. And then Sunday, I will probably do a bit of a short fortress mode stream in the morning of this new fortress. And then in the evening, we will, you know, I have on Sunday evening, it's my dad's birthday, so I will have to go do some like birthday stuff at my dad's place or at my parents' place. And then Monday we'll be back. I haven't played any of the RimWorld DLC, so why would I play this one? Snakes. Lives in Snake Mountain. Yeah, there we go. Lives in Snake Mountain. I want to say Snakes Mountain. Who's the concert? Dope Throne, Canadian stoner sludge band. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Isn't that an Embracer joint? Or am I crazy? You've heard me talk about it likely because people keep asking me about it. And I keep saying I have no interest. That's the plan. It's all going to fall apart the way like in an average mission in Helldivers 2. Yeah, there you go. I appreciate your enthusiasm. Let's go, hopefully not die horribly. What bug are you stuck in, JJ? If I can ask. Crampton King, thank you very much for the 5th month. Welcome back. Oh no, it's fine. I think it's the coffin that I've written my name on, I suppose. There are lots of people playing adventure. There's a lot of people playing RimWorld. I'll keep playing adventure mode and fortress mode. So, like I said, we are in the middle of here right now. This is a tiny little valley. There is a fortress up here called Threat Prowls that I'd like to explore. There is several monasteries here that need to be explored. And then there are 2 hillixes. We've been through this one, and then the one that we're currently in, as well as I may have gone through the monasteries, but we'll probably go through them again. Then we have some other stuff that's over on this side, and then all of these down here. This hillix right here, which is cloister grouped, is actually populated. It was reclaimed relatively recently by dwarves. Okay, by a local dwarven faction. Also, chat, can I get a round of beers for Crampton King? Please and thank you. Thank you very much for the handful of resubs at the start of the stream, by the way, chat. Greatly appreciated. Thanks for helping keep this channel funded. Every time you select starting... Wait, what? It crashes your game every time you select starting birds? Maybe select something different for starting? Every time you select your starting location. Have you tried generating a new world, and do you still get the same crash? And if you keep repeatedly getting a repeated crash, take that crash log and send it to KitFox. In a couple hours, yeah. Super CJ. Repeatable crash. Does it happen in any world? Or just the same world? Because I would try generating a new world and see if the crash is still repeatable. All right, so let's dive in. What's up, Dead Candy? So, like I said, this hillix is abandoned. There really isn't anybody here. We are on our horse, and not here. Down here are a couple of stray horses that I actually found elsewhere that I asked to join me. However, I've given them instructions to wait here without me. And the reason for that is they keep knocking me over, and it's quite annoying. Up here in this room, and I'm in an ad break right now, is an intelligent undead who seems to not be hostile, but I'm kind of scared to go too close to it. You like the emote chains? Well, cheers. Enjoy the lurks. Create a new world and it crashes every time. Humor me here. I would try a fresh install. Try talking to it. I did yesterday and it didn't respond. Can you still become one? Yep, if you can read and you can find a book or a slab with the secrets of life and death, you can read it and become one. Smack its butt. Oh, it would kill me. I'm not very good at combat. Or it probably would kill me. Might not. It's not really worth the injuries. Like I said, we're more of a runaway Indiana Jones type figure. I ran away from a crowd of zombies earlier. Hold on. I need to adjust my camera. Off center from the background. How long that's been like that? Kind of annoying. Do. It's called having a directional mic, Carl. It's also the reason you guys can't hear my neighbors flushing the toilet anymore. All right, let's head this way. Arid Mithrin Humor me here, but I would try a fresh install. The only other question that I have is, are you by chance on Linux? So I know that Linux has some known crashes that are pretty brutal right now. Is unretiring adventurers constant crash or just me? Is that a thing? Because someone else was saying that someone else mentioned earlier, no, not earlier, but like a couple days ago that they were able to unretire an adventurer without much issue, but... Windows 11, you'll try a fresh install. I would try a fresh install. Like, because what you can do is you can, like, copy the directory if you have it on Steam and, like, paste it somewhere else. There's no DRM on it, so you can completely back up your install and then try reinstalling it and just see what happens. So this is our dwarf. This is Urist Landwalk, who accepts favors without developing a sense of obligation, preferring to act as the current situation demands, rarely is jealous and is very greedy, is stingy with resources when working on projects, and refuses to expend any extra effort. He can occasionally lose focus on the matter at hand and does not easily fall in love and rarely develops positive feelings, could be considered rude and has a sense of duty, does not often feel lustful, prefers to present himself as the current situation demands. And he tends to not reveal personal information. He lives a fast-paced life, and he does not have a great aesthetic sensitivity, and he is conflicted by this. He values artwork and its creation, and he is often nervous, and he tends to think before acting and doesn't seek out excitement. JJ, so looking at that screenshot, please send that save file and into Putnam or somebody who can go look at it. That's why you should vote Gremlin for mayor. I agree. He bites his nails when he's annoyed and clicks his tongue constantly when he's trying to remember something. And he needs alcohol to get through the working day. Has any of his values changed? I don't think so. How's our needs doing? Unfocused after being unable to acquire something. What's funny is, like, I've acquired things recently. It's just, like, the things that I've acquired are not nice enough. And I'm going to grab a playlist for music because currently, very quiet. Like, the music is great, but geez, needs to play more often. That legendary spear isn't fancy enough? Yeah. Well, then I'm wondering if, like, acquiring something is partially because the, Okay, so I've already cleared this one. I'm also wondering if the, acquiring something isn't working because they need to trade for it. Something that I've been wondering about. I don't actually know. It's kind of my assumption currently. Okay, so now that we've saved, because chat demanded it, let's see where we're headed here. I think just slightly north.
Crypt beer.
Could actually just follow the creek. Oh, there we go. So we're working our way. You know, actually, let's go to about here. I want to check this. Currently in wilderness, and then this is going to turn into mirthful. So we're trying to get to here. I think we follow the river and work our way this way, or we could just cut across the mountains. No, it is kind of crazy, isn't it? Padinsky, how good the zero delay stuff on Twitch is these days. Padinsky, though, thanks for the 31st month. I don't think I've really asked you. What was your impressions of the current adventure mode? Beta, if you will. It's like a 1 second, jeez. Back in my day, we had 5 minutes. We're just gonna run directly over this little mountain here. I could just walk around and it would be quicker, but half of the adventure is the journey. South-southeast is what we're heading for, so this, basically. We're heading for that temple. The live is truly live now. Yeah. That's great. Whoa! I mean, if I was a horse, I would kick an ostrich. Chat, should I wrestle an ostrich? I jumped over the ostrich and my horse runs around it. Move up to the ostrich. It's moving northeast. I'm gonna try and wrestle it. I'm gonna grab it with my right hand. We're gonna grab it in the, where's the throat? I think the throat's at the bottom, isn't it? Okay, I'm gonna grab it by the tail. You grab this slim ostrich by the tail from the side with your right hand. Kumail kicks the ostrich in the right foot, the right hoof, bruising the muscle. Gonna continue wrestling with my right hand. Oh, I can't, all I can do is pinch it. Okay, I'm gonna pinch it. I adjust the grip on your right hand on the slim ostrich hen's tail, and it breaks the grip. Okay, so I pinched it. I pinched its tail, it's fine. Let's wrestle again. Let's grab with my right hand, except this time I'm gonna go for the throat, if I can find it. Where's the throat? Oh man, I always want to grab something stupid. It's like I want to grab it by the tongue. Where's its neck? Grab the neck. You grab the slim ostrich by the neck with your right hand. Okay, what will we do with our left hand? We're going to, with our left hand, we're gonna grab it by the head. Okay, we've now grabbed it by the head and the neck, and I'm going to wrestle using my right hand. Okay, I can't do anything. Let's see what I can do with my left hand. I'm not very good at wrestling, can you tell? I can gouge its eyes. I can pinch it. Let's gouge its eye. Kumail kicks it. I adjust the grip. Slim ostrich bites me. Oh, come on. But it was deflected by my leggings. Well, that's good. Let's go for the eyes. Let's try and gouge it. Why can't I gouge it? It's just telling me I'm adjusting it repeatedly. There we go. Wait, what? So one of these days I will figure out exactly how wrestling works properly. Part of the, yeah, I lost grip. But I am improving wrestling apparently. Did I move up from dabbling to novice? Yeah, we're up to novice now. Hold on, let's try this again. Why can't I grab the throat? Because I have like no skill. Maybe this is a Dwarf Fortress thing. Perhaps it doesn't have a throat. Oh, there it is. Grab it by the throat with your right hand. Let's see if I can. I can choke it, which I actually couldn't do the last time I tried this. I'm wondering if this is a lack of wrestle button issue. Because it's just repeatedly telling me that I'm adjusting the grip. Because I grabbed it by the throat, and then it's just you adjust the grip. It's like, why is it doing that? Because what it's supposed to let me do is it's supposed to let me wait. And then when I wait, then I choke him. I'm just gonna punch him. That or grab the throat with my other hand. Return to strangle after choking. Yeah, it's odd. Like I'm assuming it's just like. Yeah. Anyway, the horse killed it. Yeah, it feels like there should be another button there. The thing is, I keep doing that. Mirror Hall Clay. I keep doing that. Like, because in older versions, you would, you know, attack them. Alt-Y, right? Okay, I don't need to dodge. Wrestle, grab. Say grab upper body, right? Then wrestle using hand. Perform a takedown. You adjust the grip, and then it moves. Okay, well. Horse, you can deal with that one. I'll wrestle this one. Grab its right hand. Let's grab its leg, okay? We're gonna wrestle with the hand. I can lock the left knee. Let's see if I can throw it. I adjust the grip. That's the weird bit. Like, why am I? Maybe it's just because I'm bad at it. That's kind of what I'm currently thinking. Is I'm probably just bad at it. Let's try sprinting. Can I outrun an ostrich? Yeah, apparently I can. Let's grab it again. Let's grab it by the leg. I wait a tick. Perform a takedown. You adjust the... Yeah, I don't get it. I don't believe I said that, but somebody in chat did, I suppose. Also, it says ostrich cock, not Urist wrestles a cock. Urist wrestles a ostrich cock. You're intentionally leaving out words to make it sound different. Boom, boom. This is called doctoring a statement. Falsifying information, my friend. Played the old adventure mode more than fort mode because I personally couldn't quite figure out fort mode. Oh yeah, no, that's fair. I feel like we talked about this yesterday. But like, am I doing something wrong, Mirror Hall Clay? Or is my wrestler just bad? Or is something like missing here? Because like, I wait, and then I have to go back to normal wrestling, or not wrestling anymore. It's like I've been able to throw things before, but only when they're way smaller than me. I do not want to read that sentence out loud. Darius in chat, can I please get a round of beers so that I don't have to see that line of text in my chat ever again? That is disgusting. Moving on. I'm gonna go punch this ostrich. I'm gonna go punch this ostrich, quite literally. You know, just as you do. Yes, Biker Bandito in YouTube chat. I'm just gonna bite it. Bite it and latch on firmly, but then it gets away. Let's pull out my spear. I'm gonna jump in front of this ostrich. I landed on this side of it, and it's now panicking. I can get an attack of opportunity on its head. If I bite it, that's funny. I bite it, which is apparently... I bit the ostrich hard enough that it's enough to stun it, apparently. I'm going to wrestle with my teeth and shake it around by the teeth. See, now it works. Hold on. Let's see. Can I wrestle with it now? I'm going to grab it with my right hand. I grab it by the throat. Let's see if I can choke it now that it's down. Because maybe I'm just bad at wrestling. That's definitely possible. Wrestle using right hand. Let's try and choke it. Place a chokehold. Okay, now it's working. And my horse shows up and kicks it to death. The combat system in this is genuinely phenomenal. Like, it is awesome fun. Like, it's easily the best part of the game. It's just kind of annoying that we don't have directional indicators right now. And also my spear isn't showing up for some reason. I'm gonna jump. Okay, well, horse got that one. Also, unless I'm my username, I can't find my kill count anywhere in game, which is a little bit annoying. We're gonna mount the horse and ride off. I mean, I killed a crab by grabbing it by its tongue and throwing it at a wall. So, you know, like, I'm not even sure that crabs have tongues. But somehow I grabbed the crab by its tongue and threw it at a wall. Are those emus? Oh, I see. It's just male ostrich and female ostrich. I didn't know that they had different colorations. Anyway, I'm just going to go up to this ostrich, and I'm going to stab it somewhere with my spear. Oy. Got it. In fact, I stabbed it so hard with my spear that it tore the muscle and the gizzard. Crabs have tongues? That one did. Well, this is no crab that you've ever seen before, Elfie, okay? That's the knowledge. Don't worry, slugs can stand up. So can snails. I can get an attack of opportunity using, but it's a hard to land attack of opportunity. So it's a negative attack of opportunity if I kick it. Which was a good choice. I kicked it and it bruised the guts. I was kind of hoping these would be emus so I could be like, for Australia! But, you know. I can get another attack of opportunity on the lower body. Once again, kicking it. You know, my favorite thing ever was getting attacked by giant snails in Fortress mode and reading a combat log about a dwarf knocking the giant snail over after colliding with it, and then the giant snail stands up. It's like, please explain exactly. I mean, I guess it would be like it rolling onto its shell and then rolling back over, right? But it's just like, the giant snail stands up is just always funny. Or it's like, there was a meme on the Dwarf Fortress subreddit a billion years ago that was just like, you don't know true fear until you've read the giant anaconda stands up. It's like, or like the carp stands up, you know? Okay, so I can get a attack of opportunity, which is a positive attack, square attack of opportunity on its head by scratching it, which tears apart the skin in its neck, and my horse continues to do more damage than I do. Snakes are cute. I completely agree. Just remember that, like, the way Dwarf Fortress does its animals, the literal only difference between a horse, a lion, and a bear is a horse is a large animal with teeth and massive blunt force trauma attack. A lion is a large animal with teeth and a sharp trauma attack. And a bear is a large animal with teeth and a sharp trauma attack. The only difference between a bear and a lion is the lion has a mane equipped. So getting bit by a horse is as threatening as getting bit by a lion. So basically, don't piss off a horse or a cow for that matter. I'm going to bash it with the butt of my spear. Figured out your issue. Your resolution was too high. Really? You have an ultra-wide monitor and adventure mode won't work on the 3440 res. Oh. Well, I'm glad you solved the issue. Now I guess I have another thing to ask people when they say that they're having crashing. I just saw a news post go out, which was like rattling around in like games like media circles about how apparently Fallout 4 is getting a first patch in 9 years. Also, Fallout 4 came out 9 years ago. Anyway, so it's getting a patch, not for the first time in 9 years, but it's getting a patch for the first time in a while. And one of the features is it's adding widescreen support and ultra widescreen support. Are you telling me that Fallout 4 didn't launch with native widescreen support? Can you change weapons in combat? Yes. You can also eat food in combat. So you can do the Skyrim thing of going, I eat all of the cheese. But it doesn't heal you. In fact, if you eat too much of it, it'll make you start vomiting and you'll be more likely to die. Wasn't common then? That it's wild to me that they didn't have ultra wide or widescreen support. It was the same Gamebryo as Skyrim Oblivion, so they didn't really improve it. Oh no, I know. Oh no, I know. It's just, it's insane to me. Okay, what's this attack of opportunity? And scratch it. So I'm just gonna do this, even though I know it probably won't do well. We're gonna go to the neck, and I'm gonna bite it. So, for clarity, I am on a horse fighting an ostrich, and I'm going to bite its neck. You bite the ostrich in the neck from behind and latch on firmly. Put that image in your head. Elfie, I can't wait until your drawing hand works at full capacity so I can be like, dwarf on horse. Horse much larger than dwarf. So like a child on a horse, basically, biting an ostrich in the neck. It's the patch notes literally stated widescreen. So I don't know what that means, Mirror Hall Clay. But, you know. Like, do they mean specifically ultra-wide or just widescreen? Rubbery like squid. I don't, you know, I've eaten chicken neck. It's kind of like weird chicken legs. Not raw, though, obviously. It didn't have 4K support? Possibly unpopular opinion. They should stop making games with 4K assets, or alternatively, let me download the game without downloading the 4K assets, because I'd actually go out of my way to not buy games if they have 4K assets, because I don't want to install like 200 gigs of nonsense that I'll never see or use. But sorry, at least give us the option to not install this shit. Come on, guys. Shaves off 100 gigs, right? Like, there's been times where I've seen, like, a game that's on sale and be like, oh, Forza Horizon. Then I'll look at the install sign and I'll be like, no, I'm good. I'm good. 200 gigabytes of texture files for Fallout 4. Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's just... Okay, so I'm currently wrestling with my teeth while riding on horseback. Don't worry about it. I'm going to shake the thing around by my teeth. Oh, it breaks the grip of my teeth. Come on, you stupid ostrich. Okay, well then in that case... I will go for the square. Stab. In the neck with my spear. For the muscle. Wait, I saw attack of opportunity. On the leg? Ooh, stab it in the leg, very square. Does well. Fractures of bone, ligaments, as well as tearing the muscle and breaking a bone, practically. I do not want to attack my horse. Be careful, you can actually just straight up attack your own allies, too. I can go for the same leg again, stab it a second time. Oh, it's out of range. An ad is about to pop. I'm going to use this as an opportunity to take a leak. I will be back momentarily. And then we'll finish this fight.
Cheese for everyone!
It's a unique system. I know this.
Over here, he has a sword.
Why would bits be frowned upon? What?
Let's take a lovely potato, remove everything that's good from it, the seeds, the vitamins, the nutrients, everything that's good about it, and just jam it full of shit, garbage shit sugar, and put it in a shit bottle that sounds like shit when you put it on your shit. It's shit! Stop eating ketchup!
We should all play Fallout 1 for a throwback to when the graphics are so good the story wasn't even important. Whoa! Story was the good thing in the old Fallouts. I have to disagree with that. Story stopped being important with, you know, Bethesda's nonsense. Let's grab this. They're all moving. Just, we'll go for you. Just bash it with an auto attack. I'm trying to train up, like, skills. That's actually what I'm doing right now. So something that you should always do in adventure mode is fight animals that you're guaranteed to win against. And the reason I say this is how you train. We're gonna pinch it in the neck. I'm gonna strike it. Ooh, I can strike it in the neck with an attack of opportunity by kicking it. So I'm holding its neck and also kicking it. In the neck. Very flexible. Because this is how you train, and this is how you make sure you don't die in the future, is by wrestling every wild animal you encounter. New Vegas was the real Fallout 3. Microsoft owns all of the studios that made that. Like they could make another one. Welcome back, JJ. Alright, so we are going to see if I can just keep striking it. Any attacks of opportunity I can find. Hit it in the leg. Let's actually go for a precise hit. No, it's moving too fast. Let's just go with a wild hit. Stab the ostrich in the lower leg with Umrudim, chipping the bone and shattering the left hip's bone. And you know what? We'll just bump attack for the rest of this. Just game the attack, the combat skill. It has been so long since I played old Fallout. You saying that, it's like, yep, that sounds like a thing I could have done. There we go. Let's remount the horse. Head this way. Oh yeah, I mean, there's tons of indie games that don't use 4K textures and whatnot. You never did finish any of the Fallout games? I'm getting attacked by a goat. Or I'm Ted. My horse is attacking a goat. Why are you attacking a goat, horse? Have any attacks of opportunity on said goat? Nope. I'm going to try and save this goat's life. There we go. Horse, please stop killing the goat for no reason. The UI was really bad. I think the UI is attempting to be immersive, which is never going to work for some people and works for others. The thing that I really like about Pacific Drive, as somebody who didn't play it, is that it was literally a game that was spitballed as a concept by a podcast that used to exist that I used to listen to, and supposedly that is part of the initial inspiration for it. Like, they spitballed like their dream game idea. They're like, yeah, what if you could like have a game where you just drive a car across the Pacific Northwest, but it's like a weird horror like survival game where like you have to get new bits for your car and things try and kill you, but it's like a weird Cthulhu monster that's like non-direct combat. And it's like, huh. They literally like spitballed this game like 5-6 years ago. Which song is this? It's from the official soundtrack. This is Sisters of War. Also, it's a bit too loud. Turn it down. There we go, that's better. I will say this. I don't like Bethesda games. Just at all. I've played a number of them because they were either given to me as gifts or because I acquired them through some means. Like, I played Oblivion. I played a good chunk of Oblivion. I played a good chunk of Skyrim. Played a bit of the Fallout games, and it's like, I don't like Bethesda games, so to me, Fallout died with Fallout 3. That's just it. Flat. You don't blame them for taking the idea and running with it? No, exactly. It's just like I still dream that somebody would make my assassination roguelike that I've always wanted. I want somebody to make a like top-down turn-based procedurally generated castle. And the idea is you have to kill somebody in the castle. And you can pick one of a number of different members of the castle. You could be the jester, you could be the queen, you could be the king, you could be like the handmaiden, you could be like the guy cleaning the chamber pots, you could be the bedroom servant. And the idea is you show up and you have to stealth, basically Hitman, but I want it procedurally generated and I want it turn-based. I want somebody to make that video game. No one will ever make that video game. And then escape. So it's like you have to find the person, track them down, stab them to death. Basically, I want the criminal version of that. Chat room, you'll know the name of this game, and I'm blanking on it right now. That kind of like Minecraft sort of looking crime-solving game, except I want to be doing the crimes. You know, I want that, but I prefer it to be turn-based. But like, Shadows of Doubt, that's it. Yes. I want the inverse of that, but turn-based. Bethesda makes extraordinarily well-themed modding sandboxes that are terrible video games, and I will never change my opinion on that. Oh, also, another thing that kind of made me mad on behalf of anybody who likes Fallout is apparently that Fallout patch for Fallout 4 comes with quest fixes. Which means they released a game 9 years ago, and there's still problems with their quests that they haven't gotten around to fixing yet. Yeah, everything about Starfield seems pretty mid. And Starfield is that is the sandboxes. There you go. And the modding community, too. So I found that temple that I was heading towards. This is a statue of Bluntquake. Domas Bluntquake, the dwarf and dwarves in Chrysophrase. Domas Bluntquake is surrounded by the dwarves. The artwork relates to the ascension of the dwarf Domas Bluntquake to the abbot of the fiery faith. 179. I feel like I've read the name Domas Bluntquake before. Yeah, and Bethesda patches break the mods, right? It's a statue made of gems, yes. Very expensive statue. This is a really deep hole. Oh, I see. I need to go this way. This is a lower temple. Ooh, books. Going to dismount. Gonna dismount directly beneath the horse because I don't want to accidentally fall into the water. Partially because I don't know how deep it is. Probably not that deep. Okay, it's only one layer deep, but there's probably no ramps back up, and I almost guarantee you I would drown. Wow, there's a bunch of books here. Yeah, what I said earlier about the statues. And also, you know, it's funny when chat's just like coyly like, hey, Blind, you should knock over a statue. It's like, you know, I know what that does, right? Like, if you're trying to trick me into like cursing myself, I can tell you for fact. I already know. You can't trick me. Starfield, was it a disaster? Starfield, a disaster? I think you mean the most important RPG of the decade. It's a good quote. Thanks, Phil Spencer. Again, okay, so Nuanced Monastery. I didn't write it. I blabbed it out. Oh, you know I know. Oh, yeah. Just making sure that we're all on the same page here. No, absolutely, which is really funny because that's a Phil Spencer quote, which he said like a couple weeks after like Baldur's Gate 3 released. So everybody's playing Baldur's Gate, and then Phil Spencer's like, the most important RPG of the decade. And everybody's like, but Baldur's Gate's already out, dude. It's just very funny to me. And I keep screwing up my camera layout. This drives me nuts. Hold on. Pixel down there? Okay. This is gonna bother me until I fix it, so hold on. Not counting pixels, you are. Yeah, that'll do. Make me hate it slightly less. It's an 83-page guide entitled The Nuance Monastery, authored by Rith. It concerns the monastery of Merchant Blush. It's amateurish. I will keep higher quality books, so I will drop this one. Open the inventory. Basically ones that are masterful, I will keep. Against the monastery. Interact. Capital I. And read it. See, Baldur's Gate 3 is great because D&D, and then Larian went, meh, we won't make Baldur's Gate 4. I mean, see, here's the thing. Larian realizes that Larian is a household name now in the same way that, like, old school devs used to become household names. You know, like when I sit here and I go, man, I miss Bullfrog. Larian is, like, at that level now. They realize that they could just put out a game and call it Poop Butts Screaming Nachos, and it would sell 1 million copies. Like, they can do no wrong right now. And they are very good at it. Man, I made you sad. I'll say this. Origin Systems. The written portion consists of a 147-page guide entitled Against the Monastery, authored by Rith. It's amateurish at best. Oh, I will drop that book too. At least we're reading all these books. Merchant Blunt Fact or Fiction. Foundations of the Monastery. Interact. Read. 119-page guide. Foundations of the Monastery. It's passable. Ooh, we're getting better. Whoever wrote, as this person is writing, they are getting better at writing. I could drop the book. BRB tweeting at Larian with a suggested name on a game for a title on your behalf. It's fine. I don't look at Twitter anymore. Do what you want. The written portion consists of a 75-page guide entitled Merchant Blunts. Fact or picture? The prose is passable. Well, we're getting better. I love the question mark at the end of that. Merchant Blunt. A new approach. Interact. Oopsies. Clicked the wrong button. There we go. Amateurish at best, and it's authored by Rith. It concerns the monastery. So this Rith must have just lived here for a while and wrote a lot about it. Wait, hold on a second. This is interesting. Master of Rith. So Rith is the person who's written all of these books so far, and there's a book called Master of Rith. Who's this? What's this about? Skumill stands up. The written on the item is an essay entitled Master of Rith, authored by Rith. It concerns the start of the Pilgrim of the Dwarf Rith calling ankle in Copper Fortunes in 127. The prose is not awful, but not very good either. So this is kind of interesting. And the reason I say this is kind of interesting is Rith came from calling ankles. Where is that? One of these local ones? Helm's Armors. Wheel Basic, Copper Fortunes. No, not so much. I really wonder where that's from. Where did this pilgrim wander in from? There's a tower in this dark area somewhere, by the way. On that brown map. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, the quest log, previously in older versions, would give you like a dotted line from you to the other location. But like, I find it easy to spot. I'm finding it easier to spot things because I know what I'm learning what I need to look for now, right? Like this is a cave, right? Like just hover over the weird icons. Like that's a labyrinth that we found. That's where we killed the Minotaur. So I don't know. I'm getting better at it, but yeah, I agree. Okay, so what was the pros of that one? Was it good? It's not very good. Okay, so I will drop that. Read To the Dwarves in Glory. It's not very good either. Also authored by Rith. It's a 41-page guide. It concerns the settling of the dwarf Rith. Okay, I think that's all of them. Okay, well, we will... No books worth keeping. I will remount my horse. Do books add knowledge to the adventurer? Yes. So, as you can see in here, I've gained all of these books in my knowledge here. Elements of Civilization is probably the best one I found, which is currently sitting on my horse. And it's a cool enough book that when I walk through towns and the like text pops up at the top of the screen that people are talking, people literally shout to each other in towns that I have that book. So rumors are spreading about the locations of that book. That's how interesting this book is. This one, which is just a whole list of history. You get it in your knowledge, and once writing is in, also apparently I'm a legendary rider and legendary tracker. That's kind of cool. Neat. Once writing is in, if you have quires or find a place with quires, you can make copies of your own books. So you can also write new books if you have quires or scrolls. So in adventure mode, you could like adventure to a fortress that you've built, write a book, and copy it 50 times. Or maybe you make an adventurer, right? Or maybe you make a fortress and you build an area, you build a library, and you make a bunch of quires and scrolls, okay? Blank scrolls with no writing on them. Then you make an adventurer and you adventure to a Necromancer tower. You read the secrets of life and death, you become a Necromancer. Then you walk back to your fortress and then you write 50 copies of it. And then you take 49 of the copies and put them on a horse. And you can, like, this isn't doable currently, but we need this screen down here to be enabled, the abilities screen. Then you could like walk from fortress to fortress and leave copies of that book around. And people will read it. Like, you can just, like, seed death amongst an entire forest. You can also, like, write down, not musical forms, but you can write new songs. You can't write them in books, but you can write songs, which, again, we can't do right now because we don't have this button. And those songs you can go around, and as you sing them, other people learn them. So you can spread the knowledge of your songs, and then when you're playing in fort mode, if you look at the songs that they're singing in the tavern, it might be one of the songs you wrote. If there's enough common knowledge about your songs. If they're good, too. Because if people don't like them, then they won't try and copy them and keep singing them. Yeah, or like having all the books in advance, or like a lot of Fortress mode. If you think about Fortress mode as a way to prepare for adventures in that world, and adventure mode is a way of further exploring the world that you're building fortresses in, adventure mode becomes really cool. If you think of adventure mode as like an open world RPG that's designed to be experienced on its own, I mean, literally the purpose of this adventure is I'm exploring this world so that I can build a fortress in it, right? It's been going pretty good. We traveled to a good chunk of the way across the world. We found an artifact spear after deconstructing a criminal crime ring that has been running in a human city for a while. Killed the ringleader who had the spear on her person, a lady goblin who owned a house in the town and had been embezzling funds for most of her life, and also had a rather large gang in the tavern. I was waiting for them to maybe go to sleep or be alone, but it didn't work. So instead, I just simply stabbed her in the head repeatedly until she died. Her cronies tried to attack me for a bit and then eventually ran away in fear due to violence. Which was quite funny. So initially I was having to dodge out of the way of darts that were being shot at me and stuff, and they were throwing things at me, but then they just turned around and all ran. So I stabbed her to death and took her spear. I told her to yield a number of times after I took the spear, but she refused. So I stabbed her to death, and then got on my horse and left, and got distracted, fought with a minotaur, killed my... I say I killed the minotaur. I think my horse killed the minotaur. I helped the horse kill the minotaur. What else have we done? I fell into a river and drowned and then save scummed because I dismounted in the wrong direction. You know, good stuff. I'm not sure if there's like a button to directly do that, Sean, but I'll bet you, like, this is me saying I think this would work. Rum Rusher might actually have more knowledge, because Rum Rusher is very, very knowledgeable about adventure mode. If you go into your fortress, I'd be willing to bet that if you spread the rumor of their existence, that would probably give you the... Like, if you go and talk to the captain of the guard in a fortress that you've built, and you spread the rumor of a gang being active in this city, you might actually suddenly have access to it when you reclaim the fort, but you might not. It would spread the knowledge of it, though. Oh, I don't care. I will yell at them to yield anyway, because that's how I'm role-playing this character, Rum Rusher. Doesn't actually how it works mechanically. Doesn't matter how it works mechanically to me. Anyway, I haven't actually looked at this just yet, so. This is an image of Zas, the deity of fire. Ah, so this is a temple to the deity of fire. Stinthad Ring-Quailed is surrounded by the dwarves. The artwork relates to the ascension of the dwarf Forlorn Stalker, Stinthad, to the position of abbot. So I wonder if they were a Forlorn Stalker at the time of this, or if they became a Forlorn Stalker afterwards. All right, well, nothing else up there. I was hoping there'd be another floor of statues, but sometimes these have roofs on them. Remember to save? Yep. I will do that after we're done in this temple. How come damp walls never have water soaking through? Because they're damp, not soaked. Oh, probably because the ones that do are actually aquifers, not damp walls. You have to be careful with entering this. This is a room in by the temple. Okay. No zombies. Okay. Another area south of me. I look like a detective dwarf with the helmet. Yeah, it's a copper helm. I think it's copper. Yeah, it's a copper helm. Very basic helmet. Basically the shed. Okay. Grunzy, thank you very much for the 3rd month. Welcome back, dude. Thank you very much for keeping the strange channel funded. Appreciate you. I don't have a house. What? What do you mean by new house? Are you asking me, Frog? I'm very confused. As opposed to, say, getting melted by a dragon in the first 30 minutes. The reason I've been successful with this character is because I'm trying to be successful with this character. I mean, a lot of adventure mode is like making it past the first 10 minutes, and then the rest of it is just being cautious, right? Like, the most important thing that you can learn about adventure mode is very, very, very similar to, you know, any traditional roguelike. The most important skill you can learn is run away. Run away all the time. Most of the time. If you see an enemy you haven't seen before, run away. You see a group of enemies, probably run away. You see one enemy, okay, fight it. You see a crocodile, yeah, you could probably fight it. But, like, video games teach you that you see big bad, punch it. But games like this, like, not that kind of video game. It's a game where you are very delicate and fragile. Oh, most, like, normal adventurers probably can't... Okay, I need to know what the edge of the world looks like. I'm probably going to be very disappointed, but... There's Ren people here? Huh. They're all talking. They're all saying greetings, greetings, greetings. An unknown creature had exploring the kobold. And then one of them is saying, I've defeated many fearsome opponents. And then another one says, has the time turned? No. An unknown creature had the kobold of Dunes of Honesty. I don't care one way or another. And then another one says, I'm all right. And then another one says, an unknown creature. And then I was attacked by an unknown creature attacked a dwarf. It was inevitable. Wait, what? All right, so that's the end of the world. It just ends. Ren enough is enough. And I greet them and ask about any troubles. We've got the fighting is the troubles. Oh, ask about the fighting. A few minutes ago, a Ren woman attacked Urist Landwalk. How did you know my names in the Dunes of Honesty? Seriously, how did you? I never introduced myself. I just said, how is life here? Hold on a second. I'm going to ask this bird person about me. I don't know you. Then how did you know my name? My companion elf, the horse must have told them. My companion elf archer got lost a right hand and the ability to stand to an alligator, and they are really strong in water. Yep, I believe it. A flying bird, straight in the neck. Well, I mean, tail of the one-armed archer, or one-handed archer. I would agree with that, YouTube. Yeah, copper helmet. This copper helmet could absolutely be used either for making perfect bowl cuts from Dumb and Dumber or for a pot. Also, chat room, we have a problem. Our wonderful, illustrious moderator, Stone, aka Seashore's Wall sub, has run out. They are around this stream every day, but don't have the funds to subscribe themselves. If somebody wants to be an awesome person, I recommend gifting them a sub. But yeah, that's unfortunate that your archer lost a hand, but more opportunities in the future. We will walk away from these people. Thank you, UGDPY. Appreciate you, mate. So now that we've been to the edge of the world, there's the Necromancer Tower at the edge of the world. Let's go to this abandoned fortress, or try and get to this abandoned fortress first. I might not be able to make it into this one, because this one might be underground, but we'll see. Looks like that's it. This place. Actually, is this a town? Okay, let's start on the edge here. Discovered a river. I'm hungry, apparently. So I'm going to grab 3 berries off of my horse. I'm going to press P on the keyboard and click on the berries to put them in my backpack. Elfie luncheon. Alrighty. Enjoy your luncheon. Someone stabbed your eye out with a dagger, and you're scared of losing the other eye? Yeah, don't lose your eyes. As somebody with only one that works, yeah, you need to keep those. Those are important. Wow, that's a very small town. Wait, is it literally just a road? Huh. Wow. You're always surprised by the gifting of subs to you? Hey, man. Someone's got to keep you subbed. Huh. It really did just, like, get completely destroyed. See, now this would be a cool spot for the building feature. Rebuild the town, you know? Yeah, I mean, this is fortress. It's a dwarven fortress. It could also be entirely below ground. All right, well. I guess we're gonna adventure around the edges of the Necromancer Tower. But let's head down here a little ways. Reclaim that fortress. I mean, I wonder if I can. Although, the problem with reclaiming it, I could do that, is I don't think I would get any migrants. It's not a human town. It's a dwarven fortress. No, I'm not going to try and get into it. I'm going to go around the edges of it. Can still embark on top of it with TF hack? I'm not going to do that. You can, but it's not necessarily the best idea traveling in cave roads. Because it was a dwarven fortress, I could just reclaim it probably. Okay, well, let's rest for 8 hours. And I'm going to make a campfire as I sleep on top of my horse. I'm going to drink the water and eat a berry. Eat a berry and drink the water. Hey, Fraga. Hope you're doing well.
Sandwich!
Are inhuman cities? Just wait until you stumble upon the sewer systems underneath the human cities. Or the catacombs. Find a human city with like a big tomb and catacombs and... In 50, you expect adventure mode to be the same? Oh yeah, no, it's like like giant cave spiders stealthing in out of nowhere and like killing you. It's another way of saying extra housing. Low rent. Low rent and low income housing. Yes. All right, chat. An ad's about to pop. I will be back in 2 seconds. I'm gonna go top off my water.
Cheese for everyone! Flobberdobberdoggadoggies? Sandwich!
Over here, he has a sword.
No! No!
See how he bites off the shell to get at the nut?
Bark, 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 bark. All right. Had to check on my tomatoes as well. I had a question. In adventure mode, can you steal and pickpocket? Yes, and there's no repercussions, really. All right, let's head down. Okay, actually, let's head the other direction. Yeah, I kind of don't want to reclaim that location, but, I mean... I wonder. Let me just check something, because I'm kind of curious now. If I go and stand right here... Okay, I could retire here. We could do a hard save and try and retire here. And then try and reclaim it. And try and build a little fortress. But it would be in range of a tower. Not really, Pale Tuna. That wasn't really my plan. My plan was to investigate this area and then head back to the other side of the world. So I was pretty much done here, but chat kind of seems to want me to reclaim this spot. I have no idea what materials are here. I don't know. What do you guys think? Yes, there's a stealth skill. Capital S turns stealth on. It's also this button here. Toggle sneaking. It's very ineffective when you're on a horse, though. No all caps? The reason? To see some fun experiments? I mean, that's something I'm going to do first, but it is an option. Why are we all caps knowing? You have to give more context, sir. Disney horse sneaking? Yeah, not very effective. We are carefully... yes, but they're not currently in there. You can assume an identity and lie about literally everything to do with your past, including your name. You didn't know it was all caps when you typed it? Well, there you go. All right, spooky wind. Oh, there we go. I can't zoom in right now for some reason. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to zoom in. Okay, there's a high cheekbones dwarf corpse. He has no eyes. Can't breathe, can't see, that's fine. Got an attack of opportunity on you. Ah, I don't have my weapon out, that's the problem. Oh boy. Horse is being enthusiastic. Where the heck's my spear? Did I lose my spear? So chat room, I think my spear is still stuck in a emu. It's not a bug. I'd be willing to bet it's lodged in an ostrich. No, I'm gonna walk away and my horse is gonna kick. This is what I'm gonna do. Where to... Time to retrace our steps, I suppose. Yeah, this is like a Caves of Cud level losing of an heirloom. Fortunately, I'm on a horse. Okay, so it was right before I got to that temple, right? Where was that temple? Temple was right there. Quest to re-find my spear. Fortunately, retracing these steps shouldn't be too hard. Because I know where we started. This is where we started. We kind of went this way. Oh, no. Was it here? Okay, it was something like this. All right, time to zoom out until we find dead ostriches. They do not lodge as often as other weapons. Ah, it's fine. I started with a crossbow for whatever it's worth. I'm just out of bolts and haven't found any in a while. No, I'm saying that I stabbed a ostrich with my spear and it got stuck inside of the ostrich's body because they get lodged in wounds, right? And when it got stuck inside of the ostrich's body, I then forgot to pull it out. So I got it stuck inside of an ostrich and then forgot to grab it. How am I moving so easily? By holding the button down? What? Don't understand the question. Should we just walk in a straight line around here? How do you pull out weapons? You click on the inventory icon, and then you select the weapon, and you gain possession of it. This shouldn't be too hard to find. This isn't a massive mountain range or anything. Draw and sheath weapons. Yep. And you can also, if you bump attack into them, then you can regain possession of your weapon automatically. I think it was before we hit the creek. I'm just going to go back in the VOD real quick. See, did I... Okay, I'm going to go to the beginning of the fight with the ostriches. And see if I jump up to the overworld after the fight with the ostriches. It's right here. All right. You know, just on the horse fighting with the ostriches. So I have to check the map at some point. If that bird? You mean the ostriches? I doubt it. None of them gained a name. What, with a goat? Okay, so yeah, it was way before I ran. Okay, it was right at the very beginning of the walking. Which means it's probably like over here somewhere. I don't know. You can go through the VOD and look. I don't pay attention to such things. Frog. It'll just be a body on the ground, and that's all that really matters. No, the thing is, I know exactly what area it's in. It's somewhere in here. And this isn't that big of an area. Trust me, it might seem like I'm aimlessly wandering about to you. I'm not aimlessly wandering about. I do have a pretty good idea of where I am. I do, in fact, know where I'm heading most of the time. As lost as I might seem. Besides, there will be a bunch of dead ostriches there. I'm pretty sure it does save stuff that you drop on the floor. Two hours later. I mean, hey. It's an adventure. Heading back into the area that I'm supposed to be in. That is like 90% of the knowledge that I have of SpongeBob, by the way, is 2 hours later. Okay, I don't need to fight with a bunch of buzzards. Although buzzards being around is good. Ah, see? I found them. There's the first one. Ah, look at that. Screw you and your 2 hours later meme, Hoff. I won! I told you it wouldn't be that hard to find. Friggin' told you. See?
Woo!
More like Urist Spear found and run in YouTube chat. How you doing, YouTube, by the way? Hope you guys are having a good afternoon. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream. I have reacquired my spear. All right, let's go see if I can harass some zombies now. Literally seconds later. So there is a sponge named Bob. Yeah, I know almost nothing about SpongeBob. What caused me to lose the spear? I got it stuck in an ostrich that I was fighting with and forgot to grab it again. So I had to go find the ostrich that I murdered horribly. Do not corpses decay? So I have a question. You know how I fought those ostriches a little bit ago in-game? How long do you think it's been? Because it's been a day, which means they probably smell real bad. It takes about 2 months for the skin to mostly be gone and the flesh to mostly be gone. And then it takes, I think it's 400 years for corpses to completely disintegrate into nothing.
Hi from YT.
Hey, first bits of the day. Appreciate you greatly. No bro doing. Also, hello, Brad, over in the YouTube chat as well. How do you block a river with lava? You pour the lava on the river. It was most helpful. I can't believe I actually had to title a video on YouTube, How to Eat and Drink, but, you know, this is the game I play, I suppose. Which is just really funny to me. Lentil flowers. I wonder what lentil flowers look like. Save the game, streamer. Valid point. Assuming the reanimated corpse doesn't pull it out of themselves, in theory, yes. I mean, I've been a... Does anybody remember that one siege of zombies that I got where they were all wielding coffins with bodies in them? Like, zombies do some strange things sometimes. Called How to Pick Up an Umbrella. You know, I love the YouTube channel How to Basic. It's one of the greatest slow descents into madness art projects I've ever seen on the internet. You know, it's probably a really early How to Basic video, like when he was making videos called How to... See, here's the question, Skittles. Have you watched every single How to Basic video in order? I have. It's pretty slow. It takes about... It takes about 6 months for him to go from flipping a light switch to cracking an egg. Cracking an egg is when the descent begins. It's like how to crack an egg. It's literally just like tick, tick, crack, tick, tick, crack, smack, and he smacks the egg with the last one. It's like, ah. Meanwhile, then like 10 years later, he's like, or 15 years later, he's like lying in a bathtub full of like ramen noodles. The thing is, zombies themselves, not that scary. 50 zombies, pretty scary. A zombie by themselves, not that scary. Intelligent undead, really scary. So, let's see what we can do. Okay, I'm getting some lag. Okay, so Kumil bites. My horse bites the corpse. Well, that's good. Which is currently recovering. We're going to try and strike it. Let's see if I can get an opportunity attack. I can't. So I'll just go for the head. I have berries in my hands. I can smack it with berries. Let's actually hit it with my spear. You know, actually, let's bash it. Kumail latches on firmly. So Kumail has bit the zombie and has latched on firmly. You bash the curly-haired dwarf corpse in the arm with Urmrodim, bruising the muscle. The force twists the shoulder, which isn't going to do anything. The curly-haired dwarf corpse is unable to break the grip of my horse's mouth. Kumail kicks it as well. And it's still unable to break the thing, and it stands up. I'm going to try and move us this way, which we do. The curly-haired dwarf punches the horse. Kumail, my horse, releases the grip on the body because I moved him. And the curly-haired dwarf punches Kumail in the rear left hoof from the side, but the attack lances away. So not being very effective. Could be. I mean, it depends on how many zombies are in this area. I want to explore this Necromancer tower. We have to be careful if Necromancers appear, though. I could go for a normal strike, fairly solid. I'm going to bash it in the head. Well, let's strike it in the head. You strike the, why am I hitting it with Fisher berries? Hold on. I have to put these stupid berries away. Okay. Now that I've put Berry Blast away, we're going to hit the one that's just regaining its balance. In fact, I can get a attack of opportunity on its arm by kicking it, which I think I just kicked its arm off. You kick the curly-haired dwarf corpse in the left arm with your foot, bruising the muscle. No, I didn't kick it off, but something else kicked it off. Or something kicked something off. Punches Kumail. That cancels away. Okay, so Kumail's been bruised. And my horse is feeling sick. We need to get away from this. Kumail kicks the curly-haired dwarf corpse in the upper arm. Then what was this? Oh, okay, so its hand came off. Let's see if I can move. Kumail looks surprised by the onslaught because they got hit by the high side. So a bunch of them charge my horse and collided with my horse. One of them fell over backwards. Another one charges at my horse, collides, and is knocked over. So two of these zombies collided with my horse and got knocked over. This one's regaining its balance, which is currently attacking my horse. I don't want it to do that again. I could get attack of opportunity on its toe. I'm going to go for its neck. And I'm going to stab it. Kumail's vomiting. Should use dodge to move away and not just standing away normally. I'm sitting on a horse, so I can't dodge. Stab the curly-haired dwarf in the neck with Urmrodim, tearing the muscle and tearing the upper spine's nervous tissue. A tendon in the upper spine has been torn. Kumail kicks the curly-haired dwarf corpse in the upper left arm with her rear hoof, shattering the bone. The force bends the right shoulder, tearing apart the muscle. Kumail's retching. How is Kumail doing? Nauseous and bleeding. Lower body cut open. Okay, well, one zombie's dead. Horse actually kicked one zombie. I'm going to walk away from this until my horse is no longer vomiting. Because my horse got the final blow on that zombie. Zombie dead. Hey, non-major nerd. What's up? It's fine. I can always go back and get it. Nope. Still in my hand. I wasn't stabbing it. I was keeping a pretty close eye. Okay. I'm okay. Horse is fine. Horse is healed up. Just avoiding work. We're quiet. We're skimming around the edges and slowly assaulting a Necromancer tower. Huh? Holy shit. That's a lot of zombies, guys. Okay, let's see if I can kite them away. That's the one that we already killed, right? Is that unconstructed statue of a forgotten beast? Forgotten beasts. Yeah, well, I mean, this was a dwarven faction. that seemed to have collapsed under the weight of zombies. Fortunately, they move pretty slowly. What can I do with you? You stab the curly hair corpse in the body with Umrodim, tearing the muscle and tearing the guts through the leather tunic. I could probably get another hit in. Let's go for the head. Stab it. Stab the curly hair dwarf corpse in the head with Umrodim. It's firmly lodged in the wound. So I'm going to regain hold of my weapon, because right now it's stuck in there, I think. I might not have possession of it currently. I'm going to go down here and click on it and click gain possession. Okay, so I do still have it. We're good. So I should be able to strike him again with it. I can get a attack of opportunity. Okay, no, I do not have it. So I do need to regain it. Gain possession. Jump off of him. Struggle for possession. Kumail kicks the curly-haired dwarf corpse. I think I'm still mounted. Yes, I am still mounted. I'm just gonna move northwest and go out of the way. Yes. How's the horse doing? It appears that Kumail actually bruised the skull of one of them, but Kumail's taking hits. I don't want Kumail to take too many hits. How am I doing? We are fine. Although apparently okay. I just lost some teeth, and my upper arm is bruised, which I want to be careful about. Okay, let's move away, because that is a big old crowd of zombies. Anyway, you guys want to see an adventure, a Necromancer tower? What's this? Let's look up. If I was a legendary climber, I could climb it. Yeah, I mean, that's the actual tower. So it's the one tower plus all of the auxiliary buildings. I'm going to set movement speed to gallop. I was kind of hoping we'd see some Necromancer creatures, but... If my horse was a legendary con... I mean, not my horse, I meant me, but... Wait. I was gonna say, I think thought there was a hole in the wall. See how far up we can look. Man. I don't actually know. I've never been a werebeast in adventure mode. Chat might be able to help you out with that. I've been vampires, but... Form a party and come back? I mean, that could be an endgame goal for this world. But right now, my dwarf is pretty badly injured. Yeah, because my arm is bruised and my hip is bruised. My hip is in a bad way, so I can't actually stand currently. What's up, Spear? How do you climb a tree? You wanted to talk to some elves? Hit H or click this button. I have a video on YouTube about climbing and acrobatics, if that helps. If you want like a visual demonstration. I don't know if that's a bug. I would say that that's an intended feature. Political Bulldog on YouTube. Being able to hold dozens of pieces of armor and shields. It's like, yeah, you just move really slowly and you'll get stabbed to death because you don't have enough stuff, or they'll just rip it out of your hands because you're carrying so much and you're so over encumbered. How am I doing today? I slept better than last night. Well, I'm doing okay. So we kind of have two options here. You can control your character when you're a werebeast. There you go. That answers that question. Time to pick something up to throw and go range. Well, there's no weapons around here. I've been through every settlement inside of the mountain here. So there really isn't anything to acquire unless I'd pick up pebbles, and those aren't particularly effective. Started cut after seeing your YouTube video. Let me tell you, I'm confused as fuck. Ah, yep. No, that game has that effect on people. So we're all the way at the very far end of the map. I say we journey home, get distracted a couple times, and once we've made the journey home, we start a new fort. Because I've essentially completed this adventure. Which was I wanted to visit this tower. There's no way in hell I'm going to take that over, not with this guy. Oh, no, we absolutely have this spear. Don't worry about that. That is a non-concern right now. I think now it's a matter of heading home from our journey to the Lost Dwarven faction, because we've completed it. Strap my spear to the upper body. How's my dwarf feeling? Just thirsty? That's good. Okay. Lost some teeth. That's how you know it went well. How do you find a werebeast? You accuse somebody of being an egg creature and hopefully accuse them correctly. You have to go through the rumors system. It's pretty dense to find them. Yeah, what Dragonman said. But theft has no repercussions right now, so don't worry about stealing stuff. It's hard to encumber an elephant man. Well, I mean, if you're playing an elephant man, then use the elephant man to the full of its abilities. It's not a bug that you can equip a lot of stuff if you can carry it. You can carry it, you can carry it. It's the beauty of being an elephant man. The problem with being an elephant man, however, is it's really hard to find socks that fit you. I'm in an ad break right now, so I will leave the game like this until the ad break is done. Yeah, I wonder if that's even possible. In regards to the Twitch API thing. It would be neat, though. Your socks can be sleeping bags for others? Yeah, pretty much. Actually, yeah, no, think about how big an elephant's leg is. Probably, actually. I'm just imagining an elephant in socks, but it's funny to me. So Elfie did a doodle. This is a dwarf biting the neck of, This is a dwarf biting the neck of an ostrich. On horseback. Quality. Great. Excellent. Awesome. Also, thank you, by the way, to everybody who's tuning in. I know that the launch of Adventure Mode has been underwhelming for some of you, but like, just thanks to the 200 people watching on YouTube and the 350 of you here watching on Twitch. It really does mean a lot. Glad you guys are sticking with me. Fully armored elephant man would be super intimidating. Yeah, I mean, they don't even need art. Well, they could have like an artifact weapon, but like, if you want to make a party of elephant men, build a fort, make steel armor or iron armor or bronze armor and weapons sized for elephant men, and put them all on a pedestal. If you're watching on both, hell yeah. Works for me. Also, you know what's kind of wild, chat? Before, this is just me talking about, like, content creatory stuff for a second here. Because it's just going to be a lot of me holding the, like, this button and walking across this mountain. There was a lot of people before Adventure Mode beta telling me, it's like, oh, you're going to get 100,000 subs off of Adventure Mode. And I was like, I don't think that's true. I was very much right. It's like, not a huge amount of growth. But that first day I did get was like 250 new subscribers, which is a good chunk. Like, I'm very happy with that. But the thing that I think is kind of funny is like 80% of them subscribed during the live stream that I did on launch day. Like, the vast majority of new subscribers I got on YouTube was from the live stream. I've gotten almost none from the videos. I think my theory of I don't think I'm going to hit 100,000 subs anytime soon in the next couple of years is pretty accurate still, at least for a while. Ah. I would love to know my horse's kicking skill, because it just two-shot a goat. Oh yeah, sure, in general. It's a tough game to learn. Zalvi. I'm using the numpad. I'm literally holding down the number 7 on the numpad. Let's wait on full release and see. It's not going to be any different. Trust me. But I appreciate your enthusiasm. So you hadn't remembered that numpads exist? Numpads are something that are rapidly starting to make me feel like an old man. It's like back in my day kind of feeling. Like, I will never own a keyboard without a numpad. Never. I won't lie. 60% keyboards look pretty. And there's some really nice keyboards that are very minimal. Like, aesthetically. That look great. I will never own one. Pointless to me. Can't you rebind the keys? Sure you can. Maybe you can't right now. That or they're, like, not separated out. Yeah, you can. Bunch of adventure keybinds down here. I need to dig into that a little bit. I guarantee you can do it from the text files outside of the game. They can be bound to 2 different custom keys with numpad. That's 20 more keys to... Oh, what? Just having a numpad in general, Skittles? I don't know what the question is, Poetry Wisdom. Like, what the heck do you mean by, can anyone help with this? Can anyone help with what? But something they really need to implement is just being able to hold down the mouse to move. That's something we really need for mouse control. Because people really need that. You can't accurately... I can accurately do numeric entry without it. It's just 1/10 of the speed. I don't know if you want auto walk. If they implement auto walk, they need auto stop. And I feel like just holding the button down might be a better option, but... Spaceline and everything, ATM. It's not 20 years ago. In some ways, it's still 20 years ago. In many ways, we have digressed as a species in the last 20 years. Maybe we can go back to more superior control styles from the past. I'm bullshitting, don't worry about me. I agree. Any games you plan on playing in the near future? More Manor Lords. Dwarf Fortress. Mostly Dwarf Fortress. I don't play many games. I play Dwarf Fortress and occasionally I'll play other things. So I'm kind of a bad person to ask that question, I suppose. It doesn't queue up the button press from holding. Yep. So you'd let go and then keep running in a straight line for 10 screens? Getting hungry. Eat the berry. Put the remainder of them in my backpack. Can you search for things around you? Where's that button? It's one of those buttons I always hit by mistake. Yeah, search for bugs. There are no bugs around me. There's also like tracking and other features and a tracking overlay. The overlay isn't fully implemented, but you can see your own tracks. And I've seen other things tracks that are very obvious. There's also a odors and tracking thing on the ooh, magnetite. Where am I? In the middle of the fucking mountains. Well. Is the horse injured? My horse? Not anymore. It is tired, though. Oh, actually, I think it's galloping. Yep. That explains that. I don't really have any interest in Medieval Dynasty. It just kind of looks like samey nonsense to me. Basically, like, those companies that put out those games, like so-and-so Dynasty, it's like, every single one of those games looks the same to me with slightly different theming, and that just seems like cheap and not the kind of thing I really want to support nor play. I mean, I'm not a big fan of first-person walkabout a village / gas station / town / whatever the fuck and do menial, like, organizational tasks. Just, I don't know. I don't really get the appeal of Medieval Dynasty, to be honest. Like, I think if you've watched this stream a bit, or if you know me at all, I'm very picky on types of... What? Oh, there's an Eagle Man yelling at me. I'm getting yelled at by a Texan. It says, greetings, I don't mind stirring things up. I wonder what they think. Spare me the compliments. It's the Eagle Man talking to the Eagle Man. Poor empathy, that checks out. I feel like a eagle would have poor empathy. Ask to cease hostilities. Never! Oh, great. Well, they're hostile towards me. Going to express my emotions about the enjoyment while performing. And they say, a few minutes ago, an eagle man attacked Kummel. Oh. Abbey Queen the pack mule. In the templed spine. They're talking about how they want to attack my horse. I'm just gonna leave. I don't feel like killing them. No, they're not really neutral. They're like neutral negative to me. I won't be able to recruit them. What? Didn't even see what that was. Oh, I'm getting attacked by eagle people. Yeah. I don't blame them. I'd attack me too. Yep, no, the horse is in fact more known than me. I mean, I'm pretty sure it killed the Minotaur, not me. Although I'm getting drowsy, I need to stop and sleep somewhere. Holy shit, a Yeti. If I wasn't drowsy, I'd fight it. Well, they're not friendly towards me. How's that? Like I said, I would if I wasn't drowsy, but I'm drowsy, so I would probably lose. I'd love to kill the Yeti, though. Let's see if I can sleep. Let's eat a berry. Drink the water. What did the Yeti do to me? I don't know. Looked at me funny. He asked me if I wanted snow cones. Probably left already. Yeah, no, they've left. Aren't Yetis like semi-intelligent? Like they can talk and stuff? They're like trolls. You understood that reference, just like shooting monkeys in a barrel? They're animals? Okay. Well, there you go. I was under the impression that Yetis were semi-intelligent along with Sasquatches, but always learning things about the video game. There we go. I'm just trying to get over these mountains. You're semi-intelligent, can it talk, right, Rice-A-Roni? Well, there you go. Also, if anybody wants to explore this world on their own, on my Discord at the very top of the announcement section, right here, this is the save file. So if you go download it, you can mess around with this particular save file. Imagine your surprise when a mass sleeping bedroom place a dragon flew into and burned you to death. Yeah. Dragons will do that. Yetis apparently cannot be tamed, so no Yeti mounts. I'm not even remotely surprised by that. How does one kill a bronze colossi? Steel weapons. Sharp weapons. You need something that can cut bronze. Oh, there's a Yeti. I'm trying to zoom in, not move. Kumail is fighting with it already. I draw my spear. I go to strike at it. I can get a attack of opportunity on its lower arm or its head. I could punch it in the head. Okay, what can I do with its arm? I could punch it in the arm. Let's go for the head. I'm gonna punch it in the head. You punch the Yeti in the head from behind with your right hand, bruising the muscle. The force twists the neck, tearing the fat. Also, I just realized I forgot to do something. I'll be right back. Forgot to take my meds. Like that explains why I'm having trouble focusing on chat today. Depending on your luck, more or less civs, they've... Yes, what Kelly said in regards to old worlds versus young worlds. Okay, no quarter moving southeast. See if I can hit it in the hand. I'm gonna bash it in the hand. You bash the skinny Yeti from behind with the shaft of Umrodim, fracturing the bone. Hello, how you doing, Laya? I can get an attack of opportunity on its hand if I punch it. You punch the skinny Yeti in the left hand. I can get a attack of opportunity in the lower body if I bite it. Why is it always biting it? I bite it and latch on firmly. The Yeti tries to hit me but misses. Instead of going into the normal striking menu, we're going to go into the wrestling menu because I've got it bit. I'm going to shake it around. Oh, it breaks the grip of my teeth on it instead of me being able to shake it around. Okay, well then I have an attack of opportunity if I scratch it in the upper body, which I'm going to go for. Which actually bruises its guts. That can be described as oops all necromancers. I have several 1500-year-old ones which can't be described that way, but certainly can be described with, holy shit, that's a lot of temples. I can get an attack of opportunity if I hit it in the mouth. If I bite it in the mouth. Lovely. It's tricky to pull off. Let's see if we can do it. You bite the Yeti in the head, tearing the muscle, and it breaks my grip. Almost immediately. I'm not too surprised by this. Disable necromancers in most of your worlds, but you can get necromancers from rare curses. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. You just like disable the secrets of life and death slabs basically with that. I would love to get back to an era of Dwarf Fortress where necromancers are a weird, big bad thing that lives in towers that don't show up as migrants. I wish they were a bigger threat again, and less common. We're going to go for a heavy attack. I'm gonna stab him. Stab the Yeti in the right in the right lower arm with Umrodin, chipping the bone. Although I'll say this, if you want to kill a bronze colossus extremely consistently, YouTube chat, iron bolts or steel bolts. Mark's dwarves. They'll turn him into a pin cushion and kill him pretty quick. Go to stab him in the neck. Can't because he's out of range. Upper body. Heavy hit, upper body. I stabbed it in the upper body from behind with Umrodim, tearing the muscle, fracturing the right floating ribs, and tearing the liver. It's definitely heavy bleeding now. Can get a attack of opportunity on the right hand if I scratch it, which bends the wrist. Can hit it in the fingers. I'm just gonna stab him in the head, and I think I killed him. My weapon is yes, I did in fact kill him. You stab the skinny Yeti in the head with your Umrodim, tearing the muscle and chipping the skull and tearing the brain. Umrodim is lodged firmly in the wound. I have to go here and get it back. Or just make sure it's my... Okay, no, it is in fact in my inventory still. All right, let's do a real quick save. There's always lava to kill something made of bronze. Totally, yes. You could just melt it. But the fun thing about killing bronze colossuses is you get a statue afterwards, right? Would it be possible to generate a dying/dead world full of monsters that has not a lot of civilizations? Set the number of civs to very low and let it generate for a really long time. The older the world, the more likely it'll be in that situation. Also, thanks for all the follows the past few days, guys. Appreciate you. Yeti lobotomy. Yeti lobotomy is my new stoner band. Give me a newbie guide to wars if you don't mind, of course. Give me a like higher definition to that question. Are you asking about how wars work in Dwarf Fortress? Why wars start? Are you asking about how do you attack things? What is the question? Because I have a tutorial on YouTube about raiding, if that's what your question is. First mod was released for new adventure mode. What'd it do? It's a cheat mod? Of course it is. Aren't the first mods for almost everything released cheat mods? Like, I think the first mod released to Soul Ash is just experience gained increased by 500% or something. That's just called Adventure Fort. It's existed for many years through DF hack. If you attack something, they go to war with you. If you attack people who are part of a faction that visit you, they go to war with you. If you chop down a lot of trees, all elves eventually go to war with you. If you don't chop down a lot of trees, holy shit, what is that? It's a giant horde marmot. That's amazing. If you demand a bunch of items or things from a faction, they'll eventually go to war with you. If you murder people who show up that are merchants, they'll go to war with you. If you send a tribute to a faction that's, or if you demand tribute from a faction that's not at war with you and you succeed, they come and trade with you, and that can make them very happy with you. Alliances can form during world gen or in between save files, but you can't have no way of doing that. That's about it. If you don't chop down trees, the elves don't go to war with you. Oh yeah, if you sell the elves animal products, meat, leather, or wood, they'll eventually go to war with you. I mean, if you enjoy playing the game more because of using a mod that's air quotes cheating, go nuts. But just remember that there's no such thing as cheating in a single player game. There's just the question of, are you bettering your experience? The only reason it's referred to as cheating and looked down upon is because of gatekeepy weirdos. Like, literally, if you want to contort the game to your wishes and play the game differently like that, go ahead. How do you stop your dwarves from transforming into were-lizards? You don't. It's one of those infections where if it starts to happen, you have to kill or remove every single dwarf that gets infected, or completely quarantine them. If it gets out of hand, like it clearly has in your fort, it's inevitable death. I would just let that fort die and start a new fort, is what I would do. Or abandon it and then reclaim it. But there might still be ones. At this point, it's the plague, and the plague will eventually solve itself. Once everybody isn't breathing anymore. Well, I mean, it's like the term save scumming, right? Duckabob, save scumming exists because people who were really good at first-person shooters were all like, you have to get the highest possible score in every level in Doom, and then someone would go through and like make multiple saves to get the highest score in Doom, and that person would be scummy because they're cheating. Well, who fucking cares? I don't know if I'd call that cheating. I would just say that that's playing in like on peaceful settings, right? You did, but you were sad. So essentially what I would recommend, Mr. Vippa, is put a dog on a chain or some other... The fuck are those? Or some other animal on a chain behind some fortifications near the front of your fort. That's a giant cockatiel. It's not teal color, though. False advertising. Wow. What a beautiful burb. Basically build a little battlement or something, or a wall, and on top of it put an animal that can spot things, and then put doors on the entrances to your fort and drawbridges. And then when they spot a creature that could attack you, like a were creature, you'll get an advanced notification, and then you can make sure that your dwarves won't get bit because it will never get in your fort to begin with. Okay, so we're just going to head north here. We are in Untamed Wild, so I have to be careful about sleeping here. You can't take people who take video games seriously. Seriously, mate. As we slowly adventure back home. But yeah, at the end of the day, adventure mode is a lot like Kenshi in that there's going to be a lot of walking from place to place. You can't take people who don't take people. You can't take people who don't take people who take... Let me try the sentence a third time. You can't take people who don't take people who take video games seriously. Why is that such a hard sentence for me to say? It's too self-referential. Up at the top of the screen, by the way, the little golden dot moving across, that's the sun moving to set. That's a big-ass river. Now the sun's setting. Hungry, thirsty, and there's a bunch of badgers. Let's eat berry. Drink some water. It's their magic. I don't know how to answer this question anymore. Chat room, you guys answer that one. All right, let's set a campfire and sleep for 8 hours. Once I've done that, I'm gonna eat and drink again. So we're gonna go to our inventory, scroll through the inventory until we find food, eat the fisherberry. I need multiple berries though. Drink the water. Gonna right click on the horse, get fisherberries, let's say 5 again. I'm going to eat one of the berries, press P on the keyboard, or alternatively click on the inventory, scroll down. Click this button, put this item into a container, and put it into my backpack. Bonus stream today? I mean, I was saying for the last 2 weeks that there was going to be, so... And we're in an ad break. Use this as an opportunity to save. You are traveling a lot outside of the map view. Is it just for entertainment or to find action for some other reason? You can't use the map view to fast travel over top of mountains. Hungvi, thank you very much for gifting a subscription. Appreciate you. Thanks for the first notification of money in an hour and 21 minutes. Greatly appreciated. Someone got an adamantine borax? Nope. Not me. I'm running around with a steel spear. You can get ambushed, yes. You might need to refresh to make it come through. But I don't get a notification unless you click a button to make it go through. But it's next to your username. But in order for it to come through for me to see it, you have to click the notification button. Otherwise, I don't get a notification for it. But it looks like it went through, though. It's me and Nook are the only ones that you find easily digestible. Has Nook covered adventure mode at all? I haven't been paying attention to anybody else. I'm just kind of curious. Oh, wow. Oh, okay, he kind of did. He's still playing Fortress mode stuff 3 days ago. No, he hasn't. Well, I'm kind of surprised, actually. Still just doing his variety thing. Shoutouts to Nook. Gonna shoot some pool? Hell yeah. You have a good weekend, dude. Can't wait for adventure mode to hit finish. Yeah, I'm just really curious to see what the speed of development is going to be like over the next week. Theronek, thank you very much for using the notification on that Prime subscription that you clicked on 20 minutes ago. Appreciate you. As well as Nihilith, thank you very much for the 11th month. It's almost a hype train, chat. We're just going to move north. This is a really neat spot. I think this would be a really fun place to put a fortress, actually. Somewhere down here. Did the latest patch fix anything? The one that released yesterday, or did one just release? Because the one from yesterday, yeah, there's no new ones that I'm seeing. The one from yesterday,
Thanks for the amazing few months of great streams and fun chat.
if I open up this, give me a second, chat room. If I open up this, it says this. It says it fixed a region map scrolling crash, which I think I found, and a crash related to multi-threading. And according to Putnam, it also fixed a bunch of other crashes that weren't listed. So a lot of crashes. But that was yesterday, and I don't think there's been a patch today. So we'll keep an eye out for one. Although, actually, I do worry that we're not going to get another one until Monday, because Kit Fox isn't in the office. Okay, so hold on. Let me get caught up here. Onyx, thank you very much for the $1.50. Aquasar, thanks for the tier 2. Blue Owl, thanks for the community gift sub. And Rolf, thanks for checking out a 1 month sub to Dramonis. And Devildon, thanks for the 5-pack. And Zerg, you watching from YouTube, wondering who I'm talking to. I try to make it clear by having this chat up here, but yeah. When I talk to the YouTube stream, I address it as YouTube chat, though. Try to make it clear. But yeah, when I'm generally babbling, it's just Twitch chat. Let's see what this area looks like. Bunch of wolves. Lee, walk around those. Deep Sea, thank you very much for the 5-pack. Are we hunting unicorns? Not really. I'm just kind of loosely exploring. It's just mirthful, though. There is a bronze colossus that lives here, which is terrifying. You saw the first occurrence of someone becoming an intelligent undead and gaining magic powers. What, on Twitch, or did you do it yourself? You're gonna try and slay that Eton? Good luck. Don't Eton it up. Oh, you saw it on Reddit. Interesting. Were they able to use the powers? Because I would assume they weren't. Uh-oh. So Bronzy Boy lives right here, Z. Well, thank you very much, chat, for the hype train. It's greatly appreciated. I can't cross this river. It's too big. Walk all the way around it, and I don't really want to try and make my horse swim across it in case I drown. Fortress mode, love major rivers. Adventure mode, fucking hate major rivers. Sun's about to go down. We're gonna have to rest for a while. All right, sun's going down. It's a dark and stormy night. Can you build? You will be able to once this version is done, but not currently, no. That's what this button is down here. Lets you build basic fortresses. Or it will let you build basic fortresses. But according to Tarn's blog posts from the past 2 months, it's the lowest priority feature in this version. Hey, look, a kiwi. It's a muscular kiwi cock. Of course. I'm going to drink not the water out of my eyes. I'm going to drink the water below me. I'm going to hit capital I, and I'm going to fill my quiver with water. I'm also going to hit well, actually, that's plenty of water. And then I'm going to drink the water a second time. Then we're going to eat 2 fisher berries. And I feel really full, which is the maximum amount you can eat before getting sick. We're going to sleep for 8 hours. Old version became so desperate as to spend weeks to build a bridge, big rivers. Yeah, no, totally. What? That my blood? Oh, no, it's Yeti blood. Okay, that's fine. It's just Yeti blood from earlier. It's okay. It's not mine. Okay. Ah! That's kind of terrifying. It's a group of dingo people followed by a chubby giant dingo. Pony? Giddy up. We gotta go. Before they see us. Oh boy. Remember, chat, there's a hype train going on here on Twitch. If you happen to have a resub or a prime sub or an emote that you I don't know, bits on your account, you might get emotes you don't want. That's my sales pitch. I'll shut up now. Let's see, can I cross on the inside of this? Thanks for the pennies, friend. All 69 of them. Thanks for the dollar, him. Go fast. Whoop. Dravenoid, thanks for the brand new subscription. Appreciate you. What's the pony's name? Kumil. Aquasar, thanks for the 5-pack. Appreciate you. Bonatos as well. Thanks for gifting out a sub. You guys are too kind. I'm gonna greet the listener. They say, I say my name is Urist Landwalk, and the chubby leech man is like, greetings. I'm gonna ask about the surrounding area. They say ask me when I've returned home, so they don't know anything about the area. I'm going to ask about their profession. I am a peasant, he says. Just a humble peasant here to suck your blood. You do not like how drooly he is? He's looking at me. He is neutral and patient. Ask about any troubles, and they say same as ever. It's the same as it ever was. The water flowing underground. It's just, you know, we've run into a group of YouTubers. I mean, come on. All of these leeches. Try to comment on the natural surroundings. How I long for civilization. Let's ask if they join me. Join me on adventure. I would rather not. I mean... True, I also wouldn't trust sleeping next to a leech man. Going to ask for directions to whatever gal come in fifth the something or another. It's in the Hill of Tone. Okay. They do know the area, then. Let's bring up a specific rumor. Summarize the conflict in which a raven attacked me. I'm going to talk about a time that I sung. I said, Urist Landwalk. I said, I state, I sang the birth of line. And they say, Urist Landwalk performed the birth of line. I don't care. Like, I acknowledge this statement. I'm going to change the subject and ask about the listener's family. And they say, my family is... The head of my family is blank. Okay. And I will then say goodbye. And then I will go to the performance screen and perform a song for them. I'm singing sloppily, just like his mouth. Sloppily. Pocket salt at the ready? Yeah. I'm expecting them to just attack me. Oh, they didn't. They must have eaten recently. All right, well, get around those boys. Hey, I got around the river. It's a pretty rad area, though. Where are we exactly? Like, I really like this lake. What is this lake? It's an Untamed Wilds lake in Joyous Wilds. Ooh, this could be a fun spot for a fort. Does freeze too. Don't divine metals are quite literally adamantium with an extra like with the artifact's accuracy buff, if I'm not mistaken. Two-fifth as good as adamantine in terms of material properties, which makes them stronger than any other material. There you go. So not as good as adamantine, but, I don't know, cooler in roleplay purposes. Also, Putnam, I have a question, because people keep asking me. Are we going to have to wait until Monday before the next patch, or are you guys capable of patching the game whenever patches are ready? Another bronze colossus up there. There's that cave that we found there, which is empty. There's a dragon that lives there. By the way, there's a dragon that lives in a fort down here, or in a cave in a volcano, which I need to re-find. Yeah, this one right here. There's a volcano here with a dragon. Actually, maybe we should adventure back down there and just be very careful to not die to the dragon. I just say my code, Amy. Okay, fair. That's fair. The dragon down. There's a dragon down here named Ubal Flickerheat, who lives in a place called the Golden Silvers, and the cave that it lives in is called Rage Cavern. Like, that's a volcano with a cave on it called Rage Cavern. I kind of want to put a fort there. With the goal of trying to slay it. We found Raging Cave? Yep. Yes, we did. Chat room, thank you very much for the hype train. That, like, tripled my income for the day, by the way. 23 subscriptions and $3.19 in bits. I have to state that I know that we're a day off, so that's okay, but you guys were 100 bits short. You almost hit the memes. 419. Tomorrow will be 420. And seal the dragon in? Oh, I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking of putting a fort there and then putting a fort very close to it and then building a fort with the express purpose of slaying the dragon with adventurers. Or taming it. One of the two. Shiny Dragonite? Exactly. 2 seconds, chat. I gotta go check the sun. I'm looking at the shade to see if the sun's still on my tomatoes. 2 seconds.
Flobberdobberdoggadoggies?
Is that interesting?
Over here, he has a sword.
Bobbity. Claiborne, hi, how are you doing? It's good to see you. Bicycle Day? What's Bicycle Day?
Hero Quest is the best game ever made, and anyone who says otherwise is wrong.
It's true. Well, there's nowhere for me to retire there. So Esteemed Gutters was empty. I wonder if I can retire in Esteemed Gutters. Or even like this. Because otherwise I'd have to travel pretty far, which is fine. You put curry instead of cinnamon in your rice porridge.
I know this.
You know, that's like the time I watched my dad put ketchup in his coffee. Like, he was really tired. We were in a diner on a multi-day road trip. And he sat down, had coffee, and then just took ketchup and went, pfft, and then just kind of stared at it and went, oh. So, you know. My face cam's off? Yeah, there we go. No, he definitely didn't do it on purpose. It was like a multi-second realization followed by,
Let's take
oh.
a lovely fruit, the tomato. Remove everything that's good from it, the seeds, the vitamins, the nutrients, everything that's good about it, and just jam it full of shit garbage shit sugar, and put it in a shit bottle that sounds like shit when you put it on your shit. It's shit! Stop eating ketchup!
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm imagining curry porridge being kind of like, you know, there's places in the world where they think it's normal to put butter and shrimp in porridge, so. And it's fine. It's just weird if that's not what you're expecting. I like this lake. This lake is nice. So here's kind of my thought, chat. I want to... There's two options, and it's up to you guys which one we do. We backtrack to the volcano called the Birth of Apogees and explore around it a little bit to find a spot to settle. And then head north back home and retire the adventure and then make a fort there. Or... Yeah, I agree. I really like the like browned out drawn map aesthetic. It looks fantastic. Or we just head north and then embark there anyway. What do you guys think? Would you guys prefer we go back and explore the mountain, or would you guys prefer that we do an embark sooner? Basically, do you guys want me to swap to fortress mode sooner or later? Oatmeal. What are the ingredients in that, man devil, out of curiosity? Because I don't know how to pronounce that. I could try, but I would butcher it. Sooner? Okay. Let's head north then. Because, like, I mean, it's still adventure mode, and the point of this fortress is I want to build it as, like, we're going to retire it and probably reclaim it again today. Today's going to be a long stream, by the way. We're going to be closer to, like, was what? Wednesday was the really long one. It's going to be closer to that length. I'll tell you this, when it comes to oatmeal, this is my optimal oatmeal, chat room. It's my quick oats, made as overnight oats. So you put water in it and you leave it overnight with chopped dates, sunflower seeds. Okay. Sunflower seeds. Tiny sprinkle of brown sugar, almond milk, and chopped strawberries. That is my optimal oatmeal. However, I have nothing against, you know, like cinnamon or a more savory oatmeal. In fact, salt, butter, and this is going to sound fucked up, but this was something that I ate a lot while camping. Salt, butter, and Spam in oatmeal is really, 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 really good. It's just salt, butter, and a little bit of canned Spam. Possibly the best camping breakfast I've ever had. I mean, at the end of the day, oatmeal, like, I think a lot of people think of it as a sweet thing. It's literally, it's like tofu. You can just make it taste like whatever the fuck you put in it. So you're kind of not limited. You can kind of do whatever you want, really. Another berry. Gonna keep heading north. Food tastes a lot better when camping. Food tastes a lot better when you're not expecting to actually have a meal at a specific time and you have to work hard to put it together. I think is the feeling that you're feeling. I'd rather have Spam in coffee than butter in coffee. Yeah, because it's a solid brick of a thing that you can just take out of the coffee if you decide it doesn't taste good. Oh boy. Just received a text or an email saying that a package is going to be delivered today, and I already know it's not going to arrive. So cool. When I start yelling about FedEx again, you guys know why. Okay, so we just need to get up to one of these to be able to retire. What's this? The Hydra Stez, strapping gut, the clean sucker. I think that that is a much more appropriate, like, legendary name for, like, a leech man. Sounds like a good time. To me, that sounds like the brand of a sex toy. I've discovered a cave, apparently. The Smear of Trusting. I'm going to do a real quick save. At least it's hygienic. Yeah, I guess. Legendary Mosquito Man. Yeah, there you go. Only lives for a year and a half. FedEx is the worst. Yep, especially since they replaced their entire like customer service division with a robot that doesn't help and insults you. Although it will give you a pancake recipe, so you know it's helpful. I don't want to know anything more about your 7 heads, chat room. Most terrifying kind of Hydra. It's incredible that this game has more depth in generating names than other games as games. It's really nice to see people like compliment this game's depth instead of just deride it due to lack of information, which is a thing that I see a lot in my YouTube comments right now, is just people pointing and being like, game bad, and it's like, based on what experience? And then it's just like, my experience is game bad. It's like, that's not experience. Going to drink some water. Oh, right. Grab some seeds. Am I tired? I might actually be tired. I might not be able to do this. Yes, I can't actually go in this way. Okay, so instead, sleep for 8 hours. I'm going to make a campfire while still on horseback because that's how the game works. Drink water. Go to my pony. Remove spinach leaf that I picked earlier. Eat spinach leaf, right click on ponies, scroll down, get spinach leaf, eat spinach leaf. North, northwest, let's head northwest. North. Discover the cave entrance. Probably a way of getting down to the cavern lair. I had to bet. I will say it's often very difficult to actually find the entrance in these cave, air quotes, entrances. Oh, maybe that's it. Looks like it. It's a very small cave, I think. Maybe not. Oh, actually, hold on. I think I see it. Nope, not that. Kind of looked like it was just this. I doubt this is actually the cave, but... Just got a big movement lag spike. So either something is pathing towards me. Oh, there it is. Or I just found the entrance. Yeah, this feels like a cavern entrance. Could embark on this, actually. Ooh. I'm actually doing pre-embark prospecting. Look at this. Yep, it's a cavern lair. We will very carefully peek inside. The fact that it's got magnetite in it, though, that's really... Or not magnetite, hematite, is really cool. There's iron ore everywhere. Save the game. I just did. But give me a sec. Once I get out of the cave, I'll save. Just crashed while just walking. Oof. Check map. I mean, I know where I am. The thing is, now that I've found this site, it should be visible on the overworld when I embark. Because the site is now discovered. It's a rock salt upward slope. Okay, so this isn't a settleable location. Check map when in cavern. It'll tell me I'm in the same spot. I mean, here's the thing, Ronnie Lopsy. If you're asking, does it give you an underground cavern map? It doesn't. If that's what your question is. And I didn't move that far to the left or right. I mean, are you asking, did I walk off the map? No, it doesn't give you an underground map. I can tell you that. It means that whoever's job it is to meet with the diplomat, Beaver Zero, is too occupied. I think Elfie sort of already responded to that, but... Oh, shit, strawberries. Big strawberry, look at this. I get a treat. Look at that. Come here, pony. No. Must mount you. Have to mount my friend. Ello, are you on... Two questions. One, are you on Linux? Two, have you tried reinstalling Dwarf Fortress? Only if they're in season, Brosifer. Oh! Do you guys see what I see? That's netting. I think my horse can kill an Eton. What do you think, chat? I have all of the faith in my pony. Do not worry. I mean, I'm very worried, but do not worry. Even though I am very worried. Just wait for another 20 seconds and then the Twitch ads are done. 2 versus 2. Yep. It's easily stressed. If anybody has the save file downloaded for this world, you could look up its history. I don't have anything I can throw at it. Pick up a small rock. I'm gonna throw a rock at it. It actually hits it, bruising the fat. Take a coin, and I'm going to throw the coins at it, which definitely missed. The Eton says, in the midst of conflict, I feel no terror. It looks like they don't have icons yet, or face images, which is fine. Going to throw it. The spinning small rock strikes the Eton in the upper leg, bruising the fat. I'm going to run around it and see if I can grab those coins. So I'm going to set... Okay, horse is set to a gallop. I really hope that pony isn't tired. No, it isn't. Okay. Just going to walk around it. Going to grab that stone. Throw it again. Come on. Oh. I missed it. Looking for my coins now. There they are. I'm just gonna, you know, swing down, pick up these coins mid-run. Slow the pony down to a trot. It says it's defeated many fearsome opponents. Throwing the coins. Oh, come on. Come on. Let's grab the other coins, because I have more coins. I think. No, I don't. Okay. Get these coins. And apparently I do have more coins. I lied. Throw those. Oh, man. Why do I keep hitting it with the rocks, but not the things that could actually do damage? You can absolutely shoot bolts. Actually, apparently I have bolts. I have bolts in my horse's inventory, which I was unaware of. Let's also grab my crossbow. I thought that I was completely out of bolts, but apparently I must have picked up more and forgot about them. Do I not have a crossbow anymore? Now that I might have lost. I do still have a sword. No, I do. There it is. Let's pull out the crossbow. Let's try and fire bolts.
Over here, he has a sword.
Where did it go? The flying bronze bolt strikes the obese Eton in the upper body, fracturing the bone. Did it just fucking run away? Clearly. It may have also gone into stealth. Could have ran this way. I'll go back over here and grab these coins. Sneaky fat Eton, yes. We are fighting with a Eton currently. And we've been trying to pick a spot to move into. We're also trying to find an Eton. Which I was able to hit. Oh. I just heard an attack go off. Been wounded, that's very annoying. Should zoom out. No, not that. If I can see its tracks. No, I can't. How about down here? I can see mine. You think this Eton knows about the danger of fighting an archer? I'll put away my crossbow then. I would say that this Eton is a coward. I will rest close by and then attack it a second time. Let's wait for an hour. Head back in. There's no match for a horse. Could say that. Actually, I wonder. Oh, that's kind of sad. It doesn't actually say that the Eton is now known to be here. Maybe I'd have to ask it where it's from. Could try running into the cave again. Sadly, time for you to go to bed. We'll see you later. You have a good one. I have to move tomatoes in like 20 minutes. It had a name. All Ettons have a name. I mean, I might not necessarily know the name, but when I right-clicked on it, it had a name. Just didn't look too closely as to what it was. If you're looking it up in Legends mode, I could tell you the name of the cave that we're in, which might help. Giant rat right there. Just move a little bit this way. Gonna wait for 3 hours. I could probably claim it as mine if I kill the Eton. But I'm not sure if you can embark on areas that adventurers have claimed. Giant rats everywhere now. Oh, there he is. It's the persuasions of sourcing, overcome by terror. Just gonna try throwing bolts at him. To be careful about that. Because I think shooting the crossbow bolts takes too long. Apparently I can get lethal with him. Don't have a single attack of opportunity, but I can get an easy strike that's fairly solid in its lower body. I'm gonna go for a quick attack. You stab the obese Eton in the lower body with Rodun. The Eton looks sick, and Rodun is fully lodged in the wound. Start a conversation with it. I want to introduce myself. Going to ask for it to cease hostilities, and it says never. A demand it yields. Fine then. I can hit it in the head. I'm gonna bash it. I don't know which head, but you bash the obese Eton in the left head with Rodim, and it looks sick. I'm actually gonna jump off the horse in front of it. I move up. I can get an attack of opportunity in its right eye on its right head. One for its nose and its right head. and a good attack of opportunity on its second finger on its hand. Which one's that? Please tell me. Oh, I was going to say, please tell me it's biting it. I kicked it in the hand. In the left hand with my right foot, tearing the skin. It's very cowardly. Get a pretty easy strike on its lower body. Let's go for that. I'm going to do a... Oh, I can stab it with bolts. Stab it with Umrodin. What are opportunity attacks? It basically is a significantly higher likelihood of being a successful attack. It's like I think XCOM has like guaranteed crit attacks or like opportune attacks. Basically, that's all it is. It's essentially a guaranteed crit, but you have to do a very specific type of attack, and it's based on the location of the Eton in relation to where your character is. Not really. Man Devil, not without, like, hacking the game, basically. Oh, I don't currently have access to my weapons, so I'm going to open up my inventory. Scroll down to Rodim, which is my spear. Going to gain possession, rip it out of him. You struggle for the Rodim. You gain possession of Rodim. Kumil bites him and latches on firmly. Excellent. It's good to see that my horse is still being a horse. Normal horse behavior. Let's look for attacks of opportunity. No exclamation points means no opportunity. I can hit it in the right head. I'm gonna bash it in the right head. You bash the Eton in the right head with Rodim. This is an attack of opportunity right here. So I have an opportune attack to hit it in the left neck because it's got that exclamation point. Minus means you're less likely to be successful. Plus means you're more likely to be successful. If I hit it in the left neck, I have to specifically stab it. I can change the weight and heaviness of the attack. I think we're going to go for a heavy attack. It says slow, but it's very square. So I have to stab it with my bolts. So I basically have a spear in one hand and crossbow bolts in the other hand. You stab the obese Eton in the left hand with your bronze bolts, tearing the muscle and fracturing the upper spine. I really wonder what an Eton's spine looks like. It must, like, split into two at a point. Or do they have two spines? Can you cook in adventure mode? You don't need to cook. What is the best food or easiest to get? So currently in adventure mode, because butchering is disabled, normally the easiest food would be to just simply butcher animals. The easiest way to get food is by going to any populated area and looking through houses, or alternatively going to human cities and looking for markets, which are generally in the center of bigger human cities. I recommend bringing a pack animal and filling them up with food because otherwise you'll over-encumber yourself, which is also not shown. Yes, I shoved 24 bolts directly into the back of its neck, which I then didn't rip out. They're still embedded in it. We're going to stab it with my spear. You stab the obese Eton in the left foot with Rodim, chipping the bone. I gained possession or maintained possession of my bolts. I ripped them out of him. How's his bleeding doing? Nauseous, bleeding, tired, probably can't stand. Slight pain. Yeah, so he's lying down. I can get an attack of opportunity on its right upper arm. It's a crappy attack, but let's see what it is anyway. Okay, so it's an easy strike if I bite it. Let's try it. He moved out of range. Okay. Kumil's biting it now. Probably just bump attack him now. So attack of opportunity if I punch him, which I did. Just bump attack. Kumil kicks him. He moves out of my range. I stab the obese the obese Eton in the lower leg with Rodim, and it lodges my spear in the wound. I gain the spear back. I bash it again with the lower right back in the lower right back teeth, fracturing the teeth. Bump attacks will always prioritize whatever attack of opportunity is available, which may not always be the best attack. The horse fleeing kind of appears that way, but he'll come back. I'm gonna bash it. Bash the obese Eton with Rodim. I don't mind this though. This is actually like a really good opportunity to train like my combat skills, because I'm only a novice spear dwarf, believe it or not. Why doesn't the adventurer community try to help each other? You've asked the same question countless times and no one is even, not even anyone has respect to say anything. They just ignore it. Are you asking questions in my chat? Because I'm not looking at YouTube chat super frequently. If you have a question and you want answers to it, literally your best way to get questions answered, if you want them answered by me, don't ask them in YouTube chat because I barely look at it. Second thing, why don't you try jumping into my Discord where we have a questions room and ask there? Because that's where people are focused on that. Or alternatively, ask somebody who would know. I don't even know what your question is. I'm staring at your thing and I occasionally see you stating, hey, I would like this question answered. I have no ability to answer your question if I can't see your question anymore. So if you're not getting an answer, maybe don't start bashing the community because that's not going to help you get an answer. If you want answers from me, ask me in Twitch chat, because that's a chat that I'm actively looking at. I look at YouTube chat maybe once every 10 minutes. Rice people. The horse is fleeing. Yes. My horse is going to get the kill again. Going to come back and kill steal it probably, yeah. That wouldn't surprise me too much, but... Also, speaking of movement speed, I need to move slower. But, you know, throwing in the towel and saying that the community is horrible is never going to be a good way to get your question answered regardless. I'm sorry that you're having that experience, but calm down and maybe you're just not in exactly the right spot to get the question answered at the speed that you want. Have I ever found Silver Masterwork Mall in the wild or traders? I don't know about Masterwork, but I've definitely found silver malls before. Mostly from delivery from enemy soldiers. Well, the thing is, like, nothing against YouTube. I like YouTube. And if you want to watch on YouTube, that's fine. But I have a really hard time reading YouTube chat for 3 reasons. Moderation sucks on YouTube, so it's sub-only, which means there's going to be way less people talking. My ability to read YouTube is very minimal because my eyes are shit, and the way YouTube chat scrolls, if it's moving quickly, it's actually impossible for my eyes to track and follow what's being said. And the third thing is, because of the way YouTube chat works, I don't actually have timestamps, so I don't know how recent your question is. So if I look over at YouTube chat and I see something that was written, it could have been written 30 minutes ago, and I wouldn't know. So for those reasons, I don't read YouTube chat very often. And like, Twitch chat already moves fast enough. So there's, like, I can focus in one place, right? I would never, ever ask ChatGPT for questions about Dwarf Fortress for one reason, Quino. All that ChatGPT is when you're asking questions about things is a glorified internet search engine that amalgamates information. If you ask ChatGPT about something in adventure mode, it's not going to give you accurate information because literally all it's doing is it's looking at the wiki and compiling that information, right? Every single version of Dwarf Fortress ever is compiled in the DF wiki. It's a shitty internet compiler. I'm trying to speak in basic terms. You are correct, Putnam, though. So because it's taking all of its information from the entirety of the internet, it's getting all of the versions of Dwarf Fortress's knowledge in it. So you'll ask it a question and it'll not just hallucinate, it'll give you wrong information. If you want a tutorial for Dwarf Fortress that's very, very helpful, literally just go here to the wiki like a normal human being and click on adventure mode tutorial. This will literally walk you through better than my videos will. Like, please, like if you want to learn this, just follow this shit. It's so basic. Even the hotkeys are the same. Like, stop using ChatGPT to learn video games. God damn it. Just read a text file. Hurts my brain. Let's stab this thing in the head. Yay! It missed me. Stop giving people your data for free. Fuck. Yes, what Ray Saroni said. Anyway. It's unfortunate that poetry and wisdom over in YouTube chat feels that way, but nothing I can do now. They're probably already gone before I started talking about this, which is the beauty of it. How easy is it to see Legends mode and Adventure mode? You have to retire the Adventurer or make a second save file and retire the Adventurer. It's the same as Fortress mode. But apparently Legends mode is getting integrated into Fortress and Adventure mode at some point. You could maybe ask Putnam if she knows anything about that, but Tarn has talked about them planning on doing that after months and months and months and years of me and everybody else in the community, not just me, I'm not taking credit for this, bugging them to do it. So I can get a simple stab with bolts, direct hit, stab the obese Eton in the upper arm with the bronze bolts, fracturing the bone. I'm literally dual wielding a spear and bolts. This is actually kind of rad. Yeah, I know. It's a the limit. When I spoke to Tarn last on the stream, which was what, like a month ago, a little over that, Tarn stated that the only limitation stopping them from doing that is loading screens. Basically, so it's like, it's just a matter of dev time and then there would be loading screens. So like, you know how long it takes to load Legends mode? It would take that long every time you click the button. But it should just be there. Yeah, I would love to be in a world where we could set up dice in temples. That would be really cool. Also, Human713 in YouTube chat says a bolt is kind of like a mini spear. It's a cluster of 24 bolts, actually. It's like, I'm basically attacking him with a bunch of pins. Work for a global company with over 22 million app users. You use AI to completely generate scenic imagery because it's way cheaper and we can tailor the image to exactly what we want. That's disgusting. That's all I have to say to that. That's genuinely disgusting. That's awful that your company's doing that. Cheaper is not always better. Not employing people is almost never better. So, thank you for sharing information that made my day slightly worse. The right hand, right here. Could punch it. I don't really want to do that. Just gonna go for a upper body strike. I'm gonna stab him. I don't miss Legends Viewer that much, but I would like some features from Legends Viewer to be implemented into the main game, because with Legends Viewer, you still had to tab out of the game, right? No, I mean, I've talked to people who work in tech for years. Like, I was talking with somebody who's a fan of this stream, like 2 months ago or something. And he was saying that, he was just talking about like the company that he works for and the way they sell advertising data. And it's literally just selling location data of people. And it's like, cool. This is an app that's like marketing at marketed towards families and kids. And it's like, what do they sell? Where you're standing. It's like, they got rid of the paid version because it's more profitable to just sell your location data. It's like, cool, awesome. The internet makes me sick. Or at least the business around the internet makes me sick. The way capitalism has decided to make money off of the internet also makes me sick, but anyway. Tricky strike, difficult strike. Let's go for a stab. Hey, we got it! You stab the obese Eton in the left hand. In the left head. I always read that as hand. In the left head with Rudim, tearing the muscle and chipping the skull. A tendon in the skull has been torn. The obese Titan has been struck down. I'm going to I'm going to tell the story about a person or creature. Oh, can I not tell a story about me? Dang it. Okay, well then I will sing a song. I would see. I know what you're saying, Cosmic King. I used to do that too. I don't want to have to run 2 pieces of software to see the information on Legends Viewer. Like, yeah, it would be nice to be able to see that information again. But like, I would rather that information just be in the game. And the flies begin appearing. Going to ask the horse how they're doing. Are you stalking a dangerous beast? Is my opening line to my horse. Also, the horse is blinking legendary, so that's cool. and inquire about the listener's in profession, and they say that you look like a mighty warrior indeed. They say that to their cats too, which is adorable. Inquire about any troubles, and bring up a specific rumor. I'm going to bring up Cloud of Pride is the truth of chopping. Seek this place if you hunt Solspo, the dutiful raptor, the rock. This vile fiend killed 22 in its lust for murder. I'm gonna remount the horse. I'm gonna brag about my violent deeds. I am the foe of Aasimar Choplots, a spineless slug who was crushed under my might. Why is my room so dark? It's not. I explained this yesterday. It's a trick of the cameras. It's actually like daylight in here. But I live in an apartment that doesn't get a lot of direct sunlight. But yeah, it's a camera trick. It's not actually that dark in here. I wonder. Shouting. Claim this site for myself. If I claim this site for myself, can I reclaim it? Or does that ruin it? Can I show you? Why do I have to do this every day? Yeah, Gucci sliders, here's the thing. Change the subject ASAP because it just makes me extraordinarily angry. I don't give a fuck about, like, business morals, and this is why I openly say fuck capitalism. Constantly. Because fuck capitalism. It's a terrible system that fucks the world up. Fuck big business, fuck, like, the free market, fuck all that shit. Tired of it. Yeah, so let's just move on to more pleasant subjects for everybody. Games and character creation rule. Oh, I did not. Like, I've never bothered chroma keying it out. But, yeah, I guess I could. Managed democracy is what we need? Yeah, definitely. Definitely need more fascism in this bullshit. Here, I'll show you the background for those of you who care. I'll turn the light on. Right as the ad break hits. But yeah, it's basically just camera thinks it's really dark in here. It's not actually really dark in here. Never been. He's in a dark box. Yep. I'm Schrodinger's streamer. All right, well. Let's just keep heading north. We're going to embark here and build a fortress, though. I mean, we need economy. Like, we need ownership and money. It's funny because when I say fuck capitalism, there's some people on the internet that seem to think that that automatically means I'm, like, a straight communist, which I'm not. I think socialist laws can be very, very helpful. As somebody who takes advantage of a lot of that stuff here in Canada, but... It's more about the freedom of monopolization and the lack of any kind of worker rights that bothers me. Anyway. Yes, Putnam is doing fantastic work. Business stupidity is the crisis, I would say. I drink some water. I put away my weapons. I'm going to right-click on the horse. We're going to grab 5 fisher berries. You need to be able to click those while the field is still selected. That's a bit of a usability annoyance. Press E, eat the berries, jump back up. It's sitting in one of those underground spikes. Yeah, me. Yes, I'm definitely sitting in a stalagmite. Stalagmite. Stalactite? I don't even. Ah! Lions. There's 3 of them. I'm kind of scared of these, actually. Let's increase the... Okay, we're still on a gallop. Let's just outrun the lions. Because it's that important. You know what's funny? That feature's existed on Twitch now for like a year, and I only just got access to it like 2 weeks ago. And I don't have the ability to turn it off, so... I think if you click the 3 little dots, you can skip it. If you don't care. But thank you for maintaining engagement on the stream. It's greatly appreciated. Let's go to Alley Brush, or Ally Brush, which is a human town over this way. Or actually, we could just go here and retire. Here it is. I'm pretty sure this is where I got the spear from, so I need to be a little careful. No, it is not. Different town, different layout. There's houses here. There's a warehouse, clothing stores. Belly of Controls, a tavern. So I could retire at this location for a while. Oop, there's a temple down here. What's this? Limestone altar. Statue of Sut Larvagrease, the deity of night, nightmares, dreams, depicted as a female human. Found a clothing shop. Where's the tavern? Gonna eat some food. General imports. Leather worker. Bone carver. I love the signs. The signs are awesome. Whoever did the art for the signs. There it is. There's the tavern. Guava Wood Tavern sign. Slab reads, The Belly of Controls Tavern. I walk in holding my berries with my pony. Goblin Poet. There's the tavern keeper. In a dismount in style. I'm going to put my berries into my backpack. And put my bolts into my backpack. I'm just like tracking blood everywhere. Don't mind me. There's a poet reciting a poem. We're going to speak with the tavern keeper. They're named slabs. Yeah, no, they're definitely slabs. Greet the listener. Say, greetings, my name is Urist Landwalk. The violent decency of groups. I have a title now, chat. The violent decency of groups. The protruding goblin poet drinks rice beer. And then drops the mug. The elf tavern keeper says, I'm true, or Iru. Hello, dwarf. I'm Iru. Praise nature. I'm going to ask about services and rooms. Okay, they haven't fixed that yet. That's just an ongoing bug, I guess. I'm going to ask how the listener's feeling. And they say that, how are you feeling right now? That isn't funny. You seem like a charming individual. I guess not good. A boast about my violent acts. I am the master of chop plots, the one once revered by those who didn't know any better. You know, honestly, I would agree about that. That was a pretty shitty goblin that we killed. And then here we are going to make a flattering remark. And I say, the linen dress really makes the outfit. And then she responds with, thank you for your kind words. I kind of want to debate this person about nature. I'm going to... Ooh. Chad, how dwarf do I be? Do I be dwarf? I'm gonna be dwarf. They state the worthlessness of nature, and they say, I don't agree. It's wonderful to be out exploring the wilds. I could do without all of those creatures and that tangled greenery. And meanwhile, the human poet is still telling a poem. I kind of can't yet, suited, but I'll keep that in mind. Or if that woman, I see what you're saying. I don't agree. It's wonderful to be out in nature. You know, I kind of want to agree. Because we're an explorer, right? It's like, you know, it's kind of like me walking up to somebody in a Tool shirt and being like, nice t-shirt, and them going, yeah, Tool, and me going, yeah, I don't really like Tool all that much. Kind of a... They're kind of full of themselves, bunch of assholes, you know? Basically me. I kind of want to do this. I'm going to flatter the listener. I say you're right, but there is something else to discuss. Let's ask about the local ruler. The Sunken Coalition rules Alleybrush. Oh, there's an elf who's Baroness. So this is a human spot that has a lot of elves in society. Interesting. I'm gonna ask about bandits and criminals. There are no fewer than 11 other groups vying for control. Okay, so I've heard about bandit gangs acting out in this area. I change the subject. And brag about my violent acts again and say, it is I whom... I am the Lord of Ud, whom I buried alive under a mountain of hatred. I'm then going to bring up a specific rumor or incident. Conflict in which a raven attacked an alligator. Which a raven attacked me. Which a badger attacked me. Buzzard. I don't need to tell you about the buzzards we killed. Actually, let's do this. Work. Yes, this does. Wolf, 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 raven, 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 raven. Dwarf attacked dwarf. Cody. And all of these things that I've apparently witnessed that I'm going to do this. In which I'm going to spread the rumors about how I killed Asimar Slot. I say, a few weeks ago, I slew Asimar Chopblots in stick standards. And the Elf Tavern Keeper says, Chopblots was slain. It was inevitable. Keep hitting J instead of K. Ask for the whereabouts of myself. And then we'll change the subject. And I will say goodbye. And we'll head up here. Actually, can I retire in here? Yes, I can. I'm going to retire in this tavern. What do you guys think of this adventure? Did you guys have a good time? This was like a 3-day long run. But this adventure is going to come back. Fingers crossed. Before I do this, I'm going to make a hard save. And it's going to be called Urist Landwalk hard save. Or let's just call it pre-retire. Pre-retire. Just in case something breaks it. Did I get to my destination? Yep, we started as part of our home faction. Wandered pretty far south, explored around a bunch, unraveled a criminal organization and killed a goblin leader, which is going to get highlighted and put onto YouTube. We killed a minotaur, we killed an Eton, We fought with some zombies. I explored a bunch of abandoned dwarven hillixes far south. Found a Necromancer tower, gazed upon its glory, and then snuck back across the mountains and made all the way up here. We're going to go make a fort for adventurers, yes. But before we're going to make a fort for adventurers, I have to move some tomatoes. So if you guys want, because all of these VODs are going up onto YouTube, you can say, buy YouTube. If you want. YouTube, don't worry, I'm not turning you guys off. This is just for the VOD. You can say buy VOD watchers or whatever.
Cheese for everyone.
Naturally. Tomato fort? Good question. Damn! Thanks for the $50, man. Holy shit. I think you just, like, almost doubled today's revenue. That's like a third, maybe more. Thank you so much. Holy fuck. All right, so I don't want to just get up and walk away after the $50. So, chat, can I get a huge round of beers for that? I'm going to need to take a 2-minute break. During that 2-minute break, I'm going to go deliver my tomatoes to my neighbor's patio. Can someone please gift Sean, who just chucked the bits at me, a sub or something? I'm going to move those tomatoes to my neighbor's patio. Okay, that's the first thing I'm going to do. Then when I get back, I'm going to grab a sandwich. And then when I have the sandwich and I'm back, we are going to begin a fortress in that same world and play the fort for about a year. And then we're going to grab our adventurer and run the adventurer to the fort, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Because apparently there was some crashes with unretiring adventurers.